Oh, hey.
Hey, you know, I saw a dog today, too.
Yeah?
And her name is Boozy.
As did I.
Yeah.
Boozy's our co-pilot today for the podcast. Shout out, Boozy.
Boozy.
She's got a lot of gun control thoughts she's going to share with us, but I told her she's a little liberal, so we told her to back off a little bit. She's really anti-guns right now, so we'll get into that later when the dog talks gun control.
That might be because you squirted her in the face with a squirt gun.
Well, she doesn't like water, too, so that contributed to it. But it was all out of good fun. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. It's your brother Alex and brother Pat.
I like that.
Yeah, so we're just going to refer to all of our cult members as
and brother Robert.
Brother Robert. Brother
Has
Bobby.
Robert even officially joined the cult yet? Or is he still wishy-washy?
You're in the cult, right? Yeah, if you're on the podcast, you're in the cult.
Yeah.
The only way out's in a box. That's what I always say.
Blood in, blood out, homie.
I was talking about a vagina.
Oh, wait, if you get married, you're out of the cult?
No, you have to have...
Wait, when you get married, you don't have sex anyway.
That got away from
Now
me
I see
too.
your logic.
There we go. We just said it doesn't make sense, and you just go with it, and just you're loud about it.
Yeah.
And then you win.
Yeah.
You win whatever argument.
The loudest person wins the argument.
Usually,
that's
that's what I've always been told. So it is episode 215 of Pass the Gravy. I believe this is our third episode as a cult officially, an upstart cult, the only known podcast to all of us. So to the world, to me, that is actually got a real cult following.
The Branch Gravidians.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. And so we've got some exciting cult news we'll get to in the Comeback Kids segment. But we've got a solid episode for you. Now we have a new segment we're going to premiere, but it's a weird way we're premiering it because we're going to tell you about it this week.
Yeah.
And then we will actually premiere this segment with your help next week.
Yeah.
So it's one of those.
We need you guys
It's
on
a
this
teaser.
one.
Yeah. You're basically contributing to the podcast.
We literally can't do this without you.
You are going to be working for Pass the Gravy for free.
Yeah.
Essentially, if you work with us. So let's get right into it because we got a busy day. We got Cole Clay to come back on. This is his first movie review of the year, and he will be reviewing Black Panther because we're having ourselves a Panther party. Do your best Panther growl. All right, Robert, you turn. That was pretty good.
I love it.
All right, so we're gonna try and do that as much as we can. Black Panther, the talk of the town.
I'm just gonna keep interrupting him with that. Oh wait, he won't be able to hear me though, will he?
Well, he will hear it if you're actually doing that.
Okay.
Damn it! We should have got audio drops of just Panthers yelling. I'll find one. I'll find one on YouTube and I'll just play it.
We have the only audio drop we need for that.
Yeah, we do. You're right. All right, let's get right to it. So we sometimes will save up for a drop we get. We'll this is a good one, and this one's just been kind of sitting around. If it'll ever play.
Sorry I had a fight in the middle of your Black Panther party.
One of my favorite scenes from Forrest Gump.
It's so great.
But does Forrest Gump just feel like it's a 9-hour movie whenever you watch it?
You know what I've always wondered too? How did that white guy get so high up in the Black Panthers? Especially because he's a piece of shit.
But he was like a vet. He bailed, right?
I don't
remember. And then he hits Jenny.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Bobby Jokes, have you seen Forrest Gump?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
You've seen TV.
God, Robert.
So you've seen Shawshank Redemption then?
No.
Not any pieces of it at all. Well, then you don't watch TV. Then.
Homework.
How do you because if you own a TV, at some point this week, I 100% promise you there will be Shawshank and that.
I feel like those Shawshank is one of those ones though because it's so famous and it's always on. That's one that I don't really need to watch it. So then all of a sudden it's 6 years later and you've still never seen Shawshank.
No, because you'll sit down at some point because you're doing laundry someday, and Shawshank's just the only thing on TNT, and you're like,
you can't watch Shawshank like that for the first time. You got to sit down. You got to watch Shawshank. Same thing with like Forrest. Like you got to watch Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is one of those movies though where it's like I think it's like a 3-hour movie normally, but even when it's on TV, you're just like shit. Is it the whole day this show's been on? Like what's going on?
Yeah, it'll be on for 5 hours if it's on for TV.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so Black Panther party. But how dare he hit Jenny? Jenny was kind of a scumbag if you really think about it. Like, as a kid, you were rooting for Jenny and Forrest, but as you get older, you're like, Jenny kind of strings Forrest along and is kind of an asshole to him.
So I don't feel bad when she died from AIDS at the end of the movie.
Maybe you shouldn't have been so promiscuous.
Was that an AIDS baby? Does the baby have AIDS?
That's a good question.
I don't know if 100%
I don't think we ever find out.
I don't know if 100% of babies born from mothers with AIDS
I don't
have
think
AIDS.
so. I don't think so.
It might be an AIDS baby.
It's possible.
Being raised by a retard.
We can't rule it out. It's mentally challenged. It's 2018. It's 2018. All right, so let's get into where you been. I will work on finding some Panther drops for when we talk to Cole, and then so when we have people on the phone, they can't hear any sound drops that we play. They can hear us talking to them, but they can't hear if we play audio under them. So that's why it's funny, because then he'll probably not listen to it anyways, and you guys will just hear going on in the background the whole time. Anyways, let's get to where you been, and we'll see where we've been.
Hey you, where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, I can start us off. So Valentine's Day, because we recorded on Tuesday last week, so you guys missed out on Valentine's Day with Pass the Gravy, but I was working on Valentine's Day with my morning show and or the Rod Ryan morning show, not mine personally, it's the one I work on, but we did the Mile of Meat, basically, where we get 20 dudes and they go out there, stand on the side of the road just like pieces of meat, and they're numbered off. Women drive
Sexist.
by. Well, but we flip it around and we actually encourage it. So you know what, ladies, look at us, equality for all, equality for all. And the ladies drive by and like, oh, I like this one. So they call in and they want whatever, number 7. And we pair them up and then they meet later that night. Robert came out and hung out on the side of the street with me. And that was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. Then people got pretty drunk that night. And it was the best group of people I've had doing the Mile of Meat before, because sometimes you have people that get in fights with their dates. Sometimes you have people that are just like... just horrible matches. You have people that don't show up and stuff like that, which is weird.
Do you ever have anybody that doesn't get picked at all?
Well, we have not really, because we do have people though. It's usually not a problem with the guys, because the guys have to go there and for 4 hours stand on the side of the road in the morning, so they've already kind of got to do a lot of work to go that night.
But I'm saying, do you ever have any guys that no woman calls and claims?
No, that's the whole point, is you got to kind of match it up. But we do have a lot of times where the girl will call in for number 10, and then we're out there ready for everybody to show up so we can pair them up, and number 10's chick doesn't show up, so then you kind of slide over and you gotta find an alternate. You're like, hey, so-and-so didn't show up, can you? Yeah, okay, cool. And everybody, we had the best turnout of all the people that said they were going to show up. Most people did. We only had a couple of no shows, but it all worked out. And I thought it was a pretty fun night. And the RodRyanShow.com will have all the video and stuff that you saw. And I think Bobby Jokes actually even, if you go look at the vids section, PassTheGravyPod.com, Bobby Jokes even did that. And then he's going to get back to us right now in a second and talk about French toast, because he had French toast that day for the first time as well. We were telling him he had to try it. He had never done it before. But so I did Mile of Meat.
Hold on, wait, one more question on Mile of Meat.
Go ahead.
Does anybody ever get back to you guys the next day thank you, I got laid?
We had a couple that was just a gentleman never kisses and tells. So a lot of times you're like, yeah, you probably banged though. Well, I don't know, because it's weird. We've had people that
any relationship started from there.
Yeah, there's Tim and Valerie come, and my first year on the morning show, Tim was on Mile of Meat, and he met Valerie at Mile of Meat, and they've been together for 2 years. It's their anniversary now. They call it Valentine's Day. Pretty creative. So they come out to the Mile of Meat every year now as kind of an anniversary thing, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking
seeing
cool,
them 2 years in a row now. Now they're living together, so that's cool seeing. It works out. You've had marriages from it too. You've had babies from Mile of Meat, so that's pretty crazy. And then you have the babies that can. If you have a baby from Mile of Meat and you time it perfectly, you can be in our pre-Labor Day pregnant bikini contest. Ooh. So you get the double whammy right there. But Mile of Meat was pretty dope. And then I've pretty much just watched a lot of sports and Big Brother on the tube. We've been watching. I watched the NBA All-Star Game over the weekend. Not really that great.
I didn't even flip it on once.
I didn't watch the slam dunk or anything on Saturday. I've watched a ton of Olympics. Really been into Olympic hockey fuck the U.S. team for making me stay up late last night to lose in a shootout. Anyways, it's tough without having the NHL players though. So you never know. And then the women's team is going to play tonight. So by the time you're listening to this, they may or may not have won a gold medal. They'll either have gold or silver. Spoiler alert.
Playing Canada, right?
Yeah, and Canada's one of the last two for women. But you never know. Time for an upset, huh? How about that? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching the Olympics. I've been watching like a lot of curling, dude. I feel like curling's on all the time now. Then luge, bobsled's kicking up now. So I've been watching that. That's cool. Skeleton was fun to watch. And then I've been watching some of the skiing, but just not figure skating. Figure skating is the one that I turn the channel on every single time. I feel like the biggest draw for the figure skating is Johnny Ware and Tara Lipinski. And it's like when your commentators are the reason, then the event's not that great.
Did you catch any Sam McGuffey on the bobsled?
I didn't get a chance to yet, but I saw that he was like not doing great though.
You know, it's his first one. He's getting into it.
Yeah, that's true.
Next time.
So Olympics, and then I've been watching Big Brother. That's where I've been. Yeah. You just finally got caught up, huh?
I'm finally caught up because I was out of town, so then all Sunday night I'm watching Big Brother, catching up, and then I had to watch last night after I got off work. But I'm caught up.
That's good.
I'm like, God, I go through these waves of like halfway through the episode. I'm like, I'm so fucking done with these stupid ass women, and these really.
Really, you're right back in.
It is the women, and then like Ron or Meta World Peace will do something. They're like, I'm fucking back. Okay, I love this shit again. But God, just should have sent Omarosa home week 1.
Yeah, that would have been ideal.
But you know,
I think,
we'll
get into Big Bro. We'll get into Big Bro later.
Where I've been, I went to, as most of my out of town where you been will be. I was in Fredericksburg.
Nice,
where my parents live. I went to Lukenbach for another show. Anybody country music fans out there?
Yeah.
Corey Morrow was up there. Fantastic. Fucking. And if you are a fan of Corey Morrow, go see him live. He's a fucking cheeseball on stage. He's so corny. And I mean that in the best possible way.
Are you a fan of Willie Watson?
I haven't heard that name.
What about Jimmy Johns?
Go fuck yourself.
I'm just making up 2 first names. Yeah. That sounds like every country singer ever.
I mean, I am a fan of Jimmy John's. I love a good sandwich. But
what about Tyler Keith? You a fan of him? That's like the same thing as like NASCAR drivers too. Just 2 first names, and could it be? Maybe. I don't know.
Really, Dale Earnhardt? That's another.
Wow. Ricky Bobby.
So
Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon.
Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle's pretty good.
Real name.
Chase Elliott.
Okay, yeah, you got me.
I think he won this week. I think. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know.
Moving
but yeah,
along.
that's where I've been. Concert, out of town, drinking.
Are you stoked for the rodeo? Are you a rodeo guy? Rodeo, excuse me.
I don't ever like because there's only ever 2 people like every year that I want to see. Like when Chris Stapleton came, I wanted to see him. I just couldn't get tickets. I'd love to go see Garth, but like he's fucking sold out.
I want to see Leon Bridges, but that's like this week, and I'm not gonna go the first week.
I don't know. I think the only other person I might want to see is Cody Johnson, and I'm probably not gonna drive out there from Katy to go see Cody.
Cody Johnson's like in Houston every week.
Yeah. Well, he's also like one of the guys too. If somebody pulls out last second from the rodeo, they're like, "Fucking call Cody Johnson." That's what he did last year.
That's like I think that's what George Strait used to be like in the beginning of his career. He was that guy where they're like, "Oh, go play in front of the rodeo," and he's like, "All right."
I mean, I might go to Cook Off if my buddy gets me a ticket again this year, but like, I don't go out of my way just because I hate leaving my house.
Yeah.
And it's just
Cook Off is like I've never been to Cook Off, but it just seems like a shit show, dude.
Cook Off can act as long as you have a bracelet for a tent. Cook Off's pretty fun because you get free beer and all you do is you just tip whoever's running the bar at whatever tent you're in, and then you got barbecue and shit in there, so you just get really drunk. And then usually there's a concert going on outside the tents, which is actually usually music that I like, country guys. So like you just keep every time you run back in your tent, grab like 4 or 5 more beers, and then run back out to the concert. And you just get shit-faced.
Do you own a cowboy hat?
I do not.
Oh, well.
Because, like, all
Never
my,
mind. I guess you're not really a rodeo fan, huh?
All my family's from fucking New England. Like, it's not something I was born and grown up with.
Do you have a vest? One of those. That's a very rodeo thing, isn't it?
I have
the brown and black vest.
It's not really a vest. It's it's very labeled Larry the Cable Guy-ish. It's one of those, like, it's a camo button-up, but it just doesn't have sleeves. That every once in a while, when I go to a party, I'm like, I'm going to get really drunk and be this guy.
Everybody likes that guy.
For Halloween, I just wore that and went as Larry the Cable Guy. That was my thing. And just got really drunk. It's a fun thing.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, rodeo's fun. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
driving out to Houston if I don't have to. So
DWI is not that fun either. And the cook-off, I feel like, has a lot of those that come with it, probably.
I don't know. I feel like my Ford Fusion can outrun any cop. That's not true. Don't try that. Don't do that.
Probably not. Bobby Jokes, where have you been? We've kind of hung out.
Yeah, we did.
Like, you weren't even on the podcast last week, but I think I saw you.
More.
Yeah, I did. I saw you twice.
Yeah.
Outside of that. No, I saw you 3 times. Just 2 different days.
Hey,
I hung out with Bobby twice on Valentine's Day. We're basically like co-Valentines.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Anyway, after spending the morning with you on the road at Mile Meat, I'm gonna go try French toast.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of you got mad that I hadn't tried it yet.
Well, it's like that'd be like if you said I didn't have eggs. I've never had eggs. Like that's or kind of like when you told us that you hadn't seen Forrest Gump
I guess.
or Shawshank.
getting angry.
So I went to IHOP on Pat's suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the original one because I had no idea. I wasn't going all fancy.
When they were like, "What kind? Were you like French?"
It's always a good. Just go with the
French
basics,
version?
and it's a good way to start.
Yeah.
So I got it, and like as the food was coming up to me, I noticed right away that I wasn't a fan of the smell.
You don't like the smell of syrup?
Which to me, that's like the biggest draw, I would say, to French toast. Besides the fact it's got so much sugar.
Not off to a great start here, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, not up to a great
This
start.
isn't great.
And I noticed that there was a lot of powdered sugar.
Yeah.
A lot more than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal with it.
It looked appetizing though. Like I like the presentation of it. I'm grading that too. And so
Okay, Simon Cowell.
I tried a few bites and they were good. I thought, oh, this is surprisingly good. I didn't like the smell, but it tastes good. But the more I kept eating it, the more I realized that I didn't like it. It just made me feel nauseous. I didn't like aftertaste, I think.
What?
Did not like it.
I think
So
Bobby.
I didn't even finish half of it. I wasn't even like sure if you ate it with a fork or not. Do you eat it
Oh
with
yeah,
your
you
hands?
definitely have to eat it with. A
What
fork.
did you think? You like chopsticks?
Well, I mean,
Because
like I can
last
see
week when you mentioned you were like, it's just like, have you ever had toast?
Oh,
You
it was
eat
big.
toast.
It was-
You eat toast with your hands, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was super sarcastic though.
If you eat French toast with your hands, you're gonna stick to everything you touch.
Because didn't I say, have you ever had toast? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, it's nothing at all like that.
I mean, if you're a picky eater, I guess I can kind of see you not like it because it is just. Well, the bread is just fantastic. Like, try the bread by itself sometime too. It's really good. But like, then you just pile syrup and shit tons of sugar on top of it. And if that's not really your kind of food, I get it.
Dude, French toast is
But,
like the most clutch food if you have people like that pass out at your place and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna not go out in the morning for breakfast. And you can like, I got a loaf of bread, I got eggs, I got powdered sugar. Let's fucking go. And like, you can make a million
Who the
fucking.
fuck keeps powdered sugar?
Oh, like if you buy it once, you kind of have it.
That's true.
You know?
You'll have it for 6 years.
You'll never use it, but it's like whenever you buy like basil, you're like, I don't know, I get the little thing of basil. Anytime we need basil now for the next 6 years, I've got it.
Do you have like that cup of basil?
Yeah.
Like that at HEB they have like ground up basil.
Yeah,
that
it's
you can
like
buy.
in the little like shaker
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some of that because I was making calzones like a month or so
Oh,
ago.
fancy.
And
Calzones are dope.
Yeah, they are.
I only bought like 10 cents worth of basil and I still have some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Go,
have no
low
idea
goes a
what
lot. Low goes a long way. So, like, how many ladles of gravy would you give this French toast?
it is. 1 out of 5.
God damn it, Bobby.
Damn
Chase.
it, Bobby.
You're really disappointing me right
Bobby,
now.
have you ever been to a Waffle House?
No.
I feel like that's his next food assignment.
You gotta go to Waffle House now.
Well,
but
see,
like, what do
here's
you
the
get?
thing.
Like, you
Yeah,
get
hold
so
on.
many things.
Here's the thing, though. I also don't feel like he can truly appreciate the greatness that is Waffle House because Bobby doesn't get fucked up.
That's a good point. Waffle House is like, it's disgusting when most places when you walk into them, and it's not like smelly or anything. It's just like, yeah, I wouldn't want to lay on that floor.
Well,
but like,
But it's so good.
but it's kind of like you're in a gas station bathroom that was cleaned up a little bit more than
okay,
it
that's
normally
a
should
very
be.
no. Don't listen to that. That is completely wrong.
The floor is like every gas station tile floor ever.
The
that
people in Waffle House
They don't always
are
have teeth.
unappetizing.
Don't always have teeth.
Waffle House itself is fine. It's the people because they're usually just
Waffle
shit-faced at
Houses
3
are
a.m.
pretty gross sometimes. But like you go in there and you're hungover as fuck, and you're like, man,
Or you're shit-faced at 4 a.m.
that too. And you're just like, if I could just get some breakfast in me, I am good to go. And like, there's nothing better than that drunk first bite of
But I mean,
like an egg.
It is
or
also just
whatever.
super delicious, so you don't really have to be drunk anyway. So I take that back. You should try Waffle
It helps
House.
though.
It's amazing.
It helps.
Well, everything's better when you're drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for
hasn't?
driving, kids. Don't do that.
There we go. That's a caveat here.
Don't
Bastard Gravy.
don't
We don't
take
like
out a
driving
stop
drunk.
sign at the end of your street.
So I'm not sure if I'm glad that I tried French toast, but
At least you
Tried
can
it.
knock it off the list. So next time somebody doesn't get mad at you for never having eaten.
Do you
French
hold it
toast.
against the French? That's a question I got for you.
no, I think I hold it against you guys.
Ooh.
Would it be better if it was called Freedom Toast?
Would
no,
that have
probably
helped?
not.
If there were sparklers like on it and they were like, here you go,
I
America.
had to wait for them to go down, or like
Get red, white, and blueberry French toast with
There
sparklers
you go.
for 4th of July.
There you go. Not a bad idea. What is your go-to breakfast? Like if you were out
go-to
somewhere.
breakfast is not getting breakfast. I normally don't eat breakfast. I'm not a big fan of breakfast.
I swear to God, I thought he was going to say oatmeal, and I was like, that's
That would be the most
fucking
Bobby
answer.
Jokes answer ever, wouldn't it? Just some
Like a
oatmeal
nice-
and toast.
A nice, sensible raisin oatmeal. Apple cinnamon oatmeal. That's where it's at.
What would you go? What do you?
Tangerine and water.
But like you go to a breakfast place at all, and like it's like they could make anything. Like what is your go-to breakfast?
Bacon, eggs, and corned beef hash.
It's pretty solid. Like what kind, how do you get your eggs? How do you get your eggs?
Over easy.
I go over easy or sunny side up.
Yeah, one of
What's
the.
over easy mean?
you flip it
when
just
you
a
flip it
second.
one time, so the egg is still all runny though.
Sometimes you flip it over itself a little bit. Yeah.
My best friend still just gets scrambled eggs everywhere. It drives me insane.
I can only really make scrambled eggs. Like I really suck at making eggs that aren't scrambled because I always like try and flip
Yeah.
it too much and it fucks it up. But like I always order it sunny side up when I go out.
I
to
can
eat.
make that. It's just easier to make scrambled. So like when I make
Yeah.
it myself, I do scrambled.
You can make 100.
Dude, whisk it up, throw a little milk in there, add some cheese, some onions, make yourself a nice little
I
scrambled.
make myself breakfast tacos at home.
Breakfast tacos are
with
dope.
scrambled eggs.
Ooh, I did used to. Yeah.
turkey
But breakfast
and bacon.
tacos I feel like that's cheating on a breakfast. It's like it is a breakfast, but it's like no, I don't know. It's not. It is totally a breakfast.
Yeah.
But like it's just like nobody. I guess you do order that, but
Well, you do-
when
well,
you
you're
go to a
making-
breakfast place, you're not going to get the tacos. You go to a breakfast taco place, right? You don't
I
go
guess
to a
that's true.
breakfast place that has breakfast
Speaking
tacos.
of which,
you
I
go
had
to
breakfast tacos Saturday.
So good.
You did, yeah. We went to Taco Deli,
Yes.
and for lunch, Bobby Jokes had breakfast tacos.
Yes.
There's never a bad time for breakfast.
There's no, that's a good point. And
was that your first time there?
yeah, I'd never been to Taco Deli, and you talked it up highly a couple of times on this podcast. And Bobby Jokes was like, "Hey, let's go."
What'd you
So
get?
we took the ladies. We went out a little double date action, huh? How about that? And Bobby Jokes and Alex just treating our women right. We're trying to prime them. We were talking to them about the whole wives thing, and neither one of them really seemed to be a big fan of it. But neither one of them said no officially.
Yeah,
so
they cared more about the dogs that were around there.
yeah, well, so that was the best part. Like Bobby Jokes, like, let's sit outside. There's dogs out there. I'm already like, oh, look at this guy.
Did they serve booze too?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Ah, damn, I was gonna say this is gonna be my new home.
I mean, I'm sure
Tacos and
you could
dogs?
bring your own booze if you wanted. Just probably frowned upon, but it was dope. It was a little pricey, but it was dope as fuck though. Like as long as I didn't eat the food and then be like, man, this was overpriced. It was like that was an expensive tasting taco, so like it was good.
See, that's what I hate. Like, if you're gonna do tacos,
They did it right though. They did it right, and it was like on Washington, so it is the hipstery area. We saw a fucking dude on a Segway,
yeah, we
fucking like just go up like it's a bike.
I would have thrown a fucking taco at his head. Just be like,
I mean-
fuck you, dude, on Segway.
Well, because like at first, like I know that they do Segway tours, and I was like, "There's not like that's tight." Like I would go on a Segway tour, like nobody, like that's tight, that's cool. But this guy just owned one.
you better
And
okay.
was
If,
just
you,
like,
if
okay.
you ever go on a Segway tour, you have to make sure you shave off your mustache because you're gonna become a fucking meme online. Oh, look at this fucking hipster
Any
on a
press is good press.
Segway with a goddamn mustache.
You know what? For the compound guys, for the cult, I think we should invest in some Segways and just
That's cool. Well, that's cult. That's different. That's not hipster. That's different.
right. It's part of our religion, our way. We don't like calling it a religion. It's a way. It's the way.
It's an
of
alternative
the
to
gravy.
religion.
It's whatever you want it to be.
So after
way of the
tacos,
gravy.
The wavy.
Sam and I went and go do probably boring things.
Uh-huh.
We went and go to Warby Parker, try on some
The glasses store.
Yeah, just there trying on glasses, whatever. Then we went to we walked around that hipster area, and there was a bunch of
They went
local
antiquing.
shops.
Maybe go to Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have time.
And
Have you seen Old
place
School?
Called Gypsy
No, he hasn't.
Wagon. Old School?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
God damn
it,
Come on,
Bobby.
man. It's not like we're naming very like cult movies or anything like that. We're naming 3 of like probably the biggest movies.
Bobby, half of my personality is naming movie quotes, and you're gonna fucking never get anything I say.
The only good thing about it, the best thing about Bobby Jokes is he at least gets all the Office references, which is about 75% of mine. So like we're good on that part. If you didn't watch The Office, I don't think we'd be friends.
Luckily, I did.
Right?
Yeah. My brother, he loves watching The Office. He watches it a few times a year.
Yeah.
Just like you do.
I watch it a few hundred times a year, it feels like.
Well, he meant the whole run.
Yeah. No, I mean, I watch it.
Each season, you watch it like 30 times a year?
I made it through the series 6 times last year.
God damn it.
I almost made it through it twice in 2 months this year, too, so.
Well, we're back to derailing Bobby, so
Yeah,
it's nice to have him back on.
Excuse us.
The shops we went to were like expensive things. Where like there was a chair there that cost like $600 or so.
What was it made out of?
I don't know. It looked like a wicker chair.
You should have told the employees to go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
Or go.
It's actually reclaimed
yourself.
wicker.
probably yeah.
They were baskets at one point.
How do you sleep at night?
Like I don't really understand how those kind of stores make any money because they're so small and they sell like very like specific things.
Right?
Because hipsters are stupid fucking people.
What would your girlfriend buy? She bought a fucking burlap bag.
She didn't buy anything.
Didn't she buy a bag?
No, she liked it. But she
Oh,
didn't
I
buy
thought
it.
I thought she ended up buying
No.
that, and I was like, what? So that's how they stay in business.
No, we didn't
But
buy anything. It was just like
I always feel like that with like at Katie Mills Mall, they just had like a calendar store, and I was like, that store fucking sells calendars 365 days a year. When does anybody need to buy calendars after January?
Bro, moms and shit. Like,
But like a full year calendar, you don't need to buy. Like that's a once a year kind of shopping trip, and not everybody needs to do it in March. It was like I feel like half the stores at the mall in Katy were just fronts, like they were just drug fronts for something.
Not a bad idea.
You know, like okay, this frame store. That's all it is in the mall. In the mall, we're renting mall space.
They're not just selling orange chicken out of the food court.
Yep.
They're selling heroin.
Yep. Orange chicken is it's a type of heroin.
speaking of drugs, my brother he goes to a very very crappy school, and at one point he found like $100 at school, and we're like pretty sure that it was like drug money.
Probably. Was there blood on it?
I don't know
Because then it's
But he
blood
kept
money.
it, and
You know, maybe somebody just dropped $100.
I don't think so. Like because about like
Are we talking like a high school or a college?
high school. About 2 weeks ago,
Oh, yeah, that's drug money.
about
Yeah,
2
it's
weeks
drug
ago,
money.
he went to the restroom and like there was guys on the floor. And, like when they heard him walk in, they like all shuffled in, like trying to put things away. And my brother he just put his hands up. He's like, "Nope, I'm not dealing with
Not
this."
I.
And walked right out.
Maybe they were just shooting craps.
They might have been playing some dice. Yeah.
No, it's one of- he goes to
I
one
hope
school
they're not
that's gonna get
snorting
shut
coke
down.
off the fucking
Yeah,
bathroom ground.
you got a sink for that.
At least
right?
use a toilet seat.
or a key.
Which, by the way, I've never understood seeing that. And like,
I don't either. Dude, you have a fucking key in your pocket, dude.
you're snorting coke off of where my ass just was, and I'm a hairy man.
Whoa.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
When you got the itch, I guess you got the itch. You
You
know.
fucking cokehead. Can somebody who's a cokehead like DM? You don't have to put it on Twitter, but DM one of us and explain to me the toilet seat thing.
It's a trust tree. Nobody will. We're not going to release any information. We won't use your name. We'll just,
Yeah,
you know,
like, I'm not a
we'll
fucking
relay
narc.
the message next week.
I just want to fucking know. Like,
We're
how did
we're
that
curious.
become a thing?
We're curious. And if we're vetting everybody for the cult, we just want to make sure that
Don't
you're
keep
still
Febreze
cool.
in bathrooms either. So if you just like run in there and like knock it down and get your face
Yeah.
right by and where a poop was
it.
just was.
All right, so
That only took 30 minutes.
yeah, it did, right? So that's your where you been?
Guys,
yeah.
we're gonna do a 5-hour podcast today.
Very well could be. We're half an hour in. Let's start with PassTheGravyMerch.com. That's a good place we can start with. So go to PassTheGravyMerch.com. We've got some fire new merch in the store for you guys now. What's around the corner? It's St. Patrick's Day, St. Party's Day, as I like to call it, and we've got our Irish flag PTG logo shirts. They got the flag on it. It says Lucky AF. It's pretty dope, and I've already ordered mine. It's gonna be in here by St. Patrick's Day. If you order if you order by Friday, you will get it if you order by Saturday, you will get it by St. Patrick's Day guaranteed because of Teespring. And so we've got that. And then we kind of pimped it earlier before the show started, but we've got the members only, not jackets, shirts. Members only shirts.
Hop on that shit.
So shout out to, I'm not going to say the name.
Yeah, quickly hop on it because they might not be allowed.
It may get a cease and desist.
Might get that C&D.
But it's all out of respect and love. So we'll get to that later. But yeah, so we got the PTG members only shirts. So the way you're in the cult, your initiation, people have been asking us, how do I get initiated? What's the way to get in? Well, you got to spend $20 on this shirt, $19 if you're a lady, because wage gap, out of here.
You're welcome.
Equality, everybody. You're welcome, ladies. And then, so you buy the members only t-shirt, PassiveAmerge.com, and then you go give a 5-star review of the podcast on the iTunes. That's easy, huh? You're in a podcast. You're in a cult podcast, podcast cult, pod cult.
Maybe if we do get the C&D, we make a
we won't.
PTG C&D.
We'll C&D them. Please
cease
and desist. Please cease and desisting us.
If we get that, I feel like if we made that shirt, we'd only sell 2, and it would be me and you. But a PTG C&D.
We're dealing with scrap metal now, aren't we?
Oh yeah. We'll get a C&D from them too. So
you have $2 bill.
But it's all out of love. We're not going to keep mentioning this company. We haven't yet.
We haven't.
But we will.
Because
eventually. Because we're smart. We're not giving anybody any ideas. So PassTheGradeMerch.com. We've got the members only shirts. We've got the USA shirts too. If you're still riding that high from the Olympic Games. If you want the just PTG logo shirt, you're a fan of any of the schools we got the shit out there for. You want the Dallas killed JFK people don't forget shirt. All of the gear, PassTheGravyMerch.com. Give it a buy, share it with a friend, and hopefully you'll buy these St. Patty's Day ones. We'll see you out there on St. Patty's Day.
Or buy it for a friend.
Buy it for a friend. And dude, the St. Patty's Day one says Lucky AF on it.
Dude, it's
pretty
a
dope.
dope shirt.
Pretty dope. So PassTheGravyMerch.com. Buy some fucking gear, guys. Buy some fucking gear.
Do it.
And if you buy the members only shirt, take a picture of that and we'll put it up. We're moving into the compound after this episode, and we're gonna start putting pictures up on the wall with everybody in their PTG cult shirts. So members only shirts, PassTheGravyMerch.com. Let's get into Comeback Kid of the week. Actually, though, before we do that, let me tell you guys about this. We were pimping a segment we're gonna do next week, and now. What is the first thing you do anytime you're feeling under the weather? You're like, oh man, I'm a little achy on my right arm. Let me go. Where do you go to?
You go to WebMD.
WebMD. Now it's not hard to diagnose because the answer is always cancer.
Every
right?
time.
100. I got an earache. It's probably cancer.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's not
your esophageal cancer.
WebMD. Like, what do doctors know when they're telling you like what it is that's wrong with you? They don't know anything.
They know how to charge you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. What am I? A millionaire who goes to see doctors. That's in the intro.
Right.
And so like who does know your body better than you do?
We do.
We're cult leaders. That's why. We know everything. We are part of you. So what we're gonna start is a segment called PTGMD, where basically the goal is you all week long will tweet us at PassTheGradePod, at Alex J Middleton, at NotPatDion, at Robert Barbosa 03, or you can email them to us, the same place you would email answers at PassTheGradePod.com, and send us your symptoms, whatever they are, and we'll diagnose you. Don't tell us what it is.
Mental or physical.
Anything. Any symptoms you have at all, you send to us, and just hashtag PTGMD. And we will diagnose your problem. So right there, save all your screw going to the doctor. You got your favorite podcast to diagnose you for you. So send us all of your ailments, everything that's bothering you, and we'll diagnose you next week. PTGMD hashtag PTGMD. I think it's going to be a pretty great segment, and I'm happy that you're here instead of Chris right now, because Chris would be like, "This is dumb. No one's gonna like this.
Oh, you're just dying.
This is so stupid. This is so stupid, Alex. Why would we waste our time on it?" But he hated Future News, and Future News was killer. I think we should bring back Future News next week again too, huh? Maybe we're gonna have to work that one in, because we do it once a month.
Because wait, the Olympics will be over next week, right?
Yeah. So we're doing Future News.
We'll have to future Olympic news.
Mm-hmm. Because the Summer Games 2 years away.
Ooh.
A lot of people are like every 4 years. Yeah, well, it's every 2 years if you think about summer and winter. So we got the Summer Games 2 years away. We're going to start making predictions. Maybe Michael Phelps makes a comeback. Who knows? I don't know. Everybody's saying he's retired. Maybe his kid's the youngest person to swim because he's got Michael Phelps genes.
Maybe he just enters his own sperm into the next Olympics.
Maybe he just jerks off into a pool and his sperm swim. That could be it. No, because they wouldn't do very well because the chlorine kills sperm. That's why you can't get
Not
a chick.
his sperm.
That's why you can't get a chick pregnant if you have sex with her in a pool.
He's super sperm.
Everybody knows that.
That's true.
So I only exclusively have sex in pools. Emma, you wanna?
It's
let's
cheaper
go to the
than
pool.
birth control.
Yeah, it really is. That's a little life hack for you.
Your
right
neighbors
there.
might hate
only
you,
have sex in the
but-
pool. Well, we wait till it's late, and we bring a sheet. So it's a weird looking thing. With like, is that a ghost in the fucking pool?
It's
no,
like-
it's two people fucking.
It's like banging under a parachute after you went into the ocean like Top Gun.
All right, so PTG MD, that's a new segment we're going to try and debut next week. Let's get into Comeback Kid of the Week, huh? How about that?
We get time for that before Cole, or do we?
Yeah, we'll do our first one.
Okay.
And then we'll
we
call-
can cut
then
it
we'll
and
call
go back
Cole.
to it. Yeah.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the Week. The Comeback Kid of the Week. Bitch.
Oh, okay. So we were just talking about life hacks. You want me to tell you something that I did this week that I thought was a
Yes.
brilliant life hack? So everybody at the office, I feel like, is coming down with a cold. It's cold and flu season. Like, I know like 4 people that have had the flu that work in the building on my floor. It was just like, fuck that. Like, it's getting really close to my end of the hall. And I'm like, everybody on either end of me has had it. And I'm just like, not me. So I went out and I just bought Dayquil. Wasn't feeling sick. Just started fucking taking Dayquil. Just started taking Dayquil. And like, I don't know. I'm feeling healthy right now, knock on wood. Like, so just, if you're trying to beat cold and flu season,
And
just
they
take
say our
Dayquil
country
just to
has
fucking do
a drug problem.
Well, it's like, no, I'm like beating it. No, I can't get sick if I'm already taking the medicine for
Right.
it.
Fact.
Boom.
Hey, you know what? Take it with a glass of orange juice.
I did. I have orange juice in the fridge. That's my go-to. In college, I was just like, I buy orange juice. Anytime anybody's sick, orange juice. Let's go.
I just smoked a lot of weed.
Well, that helps too.
I figured if I was constantly
You don't worry
drunk
about it
or
as much,
high,
right? Yeah.
then I couldn't get sick because I wouldn't know if I was sick.
So just life hack, just start taking the Dayquil. You won't get sick.
Yeah.
You can't get sick if you're already treating it.
That's actually, I don't think that logic is sound, but I think it's sound, so I'm going to agree with you.
We're just go with it. Just go with it. So our first comeback kid is HEB, our friends at HEB. Now, if you've been following me on the Twitter sphere the last couple of days, basically since the weekend, you saw like 2 weeks ago we were talking about Doritos and
fuck Doritos.
how we were gonna have
They ignored us.
We were like, what are we gonna live off of? What are we gonna eat in our cult? And I was like, why don't we just? It's a combination of nacho cheese and Cool Ranch Doritos, but why don't we have a combo bag? Like that's insane. And I was like, we'll just pour them together in a bowl, and that was a great idea.
It's
like,
too much work, though.
us like smart people here, the like just normal, regular, everyday people here, all 3 of us, like that's a great idea. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm down. And still nothing happened from Doritos. I would have thought they would have heard the podcast anyways.
They never answered
They
us.
had the opportunity to listen. They didn't. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy the bags. I'm going to buy a really big Ziploc bag as well. And I'm going to mix the nacho cheese and the Cool Ranch together. And then I'll tell Doritos, like, hey, I already made a prototype. Here we go. Send them that. Not a one thing. Not a one thing. So I sent them another thing. I was like, hey, maybe you didn't see. Here it is. So like I sent them like a good 4 or 5 tweets. And like Doritos just nothing.
They don't want to hear
Nothing at all. Other people, while my fucking mentions and shit are going fire because everybody's like, this is a great idea. Alex, this is a wonderful, fantastic idea. Why don't they do this? I love this. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Doritos. I'm taking a business elsewhere. I go to HEB and they have their off-brand things that
We
are
should have
like
known
Doritos.
to keep it in Texas right
And
away.
So I right. And so I was like, you know what? I bet if I tweet them and tell them that I did it, they'll like it. And guess what?
Did they?
They sure did. They told my
Goddamn right
friend.
they
My
did.
friend Darren was like, "Yo, HEB, get on this." And they were like, "We've seen Alex's idea, and we really think or something. We're sending it off to our marketing team." And I was like, "Yeah," and tell Scott that I know him too. And I met Scott. I saw him, the guy from the HEB
Yeah,
commercials. I
with the
saw him
glasses.
at HEB one time. I was like,
JJ Watt's buddy.
"Can I take a picture with you?" And he did. And so I was like, "Yeah, me and Scott go way back." And they're like, "We'll be sure to tell Scott." And I was like, yeah, tell Scott that I know him.
Wait, did they reply to that too?
Yeah,
I didn't see
show
that
him this
one.
picture.
That's
and they sent me a
dope.
little winky face, and they were like, yeah, we've sent this to our R&D team. And I was like, we're already in research and development? Okay. And
We've already researched and developed it.
So
Just
yeah,
put it
I've
in
got
the
a
bag.
prototype. If you're looking at the video, you want to try him? You want to bust into it,
Oh,
boys?
yeah, let's-
So like, Bobby Jokes, you're the one that I'm really worried about because you're like, well, I'm just worried the dust is gonna mix together. I was like, that's the best part. The dust is the best part of all Doritos. So why wouldn't you want the dust all over each other?
No. What I was saying was that the roulette part of it, because I was talking about first Doritos
Right.
roulette. Like,
But you're saying the dust can kind of get on each chip, you know?
you'd be able to tell which one's which.
So right, so and then we're gonna get.
Look at it. You can still very obviously tell which is which.
But like the beauty is like some of like you shake the bag up when you first mix it, and then like a little bit of the Cool Ranch gets on some of the nacho cheese, and then a little bit of the nacho cheese, and vice versa, you know, and you get a little bit of right. And so
I think we're onto something, boys.
So you got to grab two together. I feel like to really get the experience right off the bat.
well,
so Bobby
I wanted,
Jokes,
I
would
wanted
you?
to try one by itself to see how much dust
But
you
you
get
can-
on the others.
It's everything you thought it would be, isn't it? Like this is like we're trying to fucking spend money to you know make nukes and shit so we can fuck up other countries if it comes to this. This is it. This is the answer, boys. Like we are going to win a Nobel Peace Prize.
As the saying goes, now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Boom,
Boom.
boom. I've never heard that saying. I've heard now we're cooking, but with peanut oil. now.
Actually, you know what? I feel like that's just something my grandfather says.
Well, it's a saying now. It's a cult saying, we say.
Yeah. Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking with peanut oil, and so overwhelming positive reviews. I'm assuming. Bobby Jokes, what are your thoughts?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely move forward with this.
All right. See everybody here loving it. Boo. Give Boozy a chip. Boozy a chip. Well, I want to see if Boozy likes it. If she eats it, she likes it, right? That's
Right.
how you can
I
tell
think that's
dogs
the way
like
to go.
things. Boozy, do you want? Oh,
there we
she
go.
loves it.
Oh, she just dropped it
One-
right on the ground.
100. Oh, she's still gonna eat it. 100% satisfaction here. I'm past the gravy with the. We're
Oh, she ate it.
gonna call them cult classics. That's what like obviously they're gonna need a name.
Ooh,
Cult classics.
That's a beautiful name.
I
Little
agree.
wink, wink, nod, nod to the fans.
Because like if Doritos had done it, I was like Gravitos. But like no, we don't want to associate with them.
Boozy's going
This
to
is our
town on this
Boozy
shit
loves
right
it.
here now.
I'm telling you guys, everybody that has tried these loves it. I'm gonna get to my not cool about these though.
You got one person.
about these and somebody that I live with and the way that they eat the bag, but we'll get to that and not cool. So that's a little teaser for you.
Well, maybe even they'll do it to where, maybe they just throw all the seasonings together on it. Mm-hmm. So maybe that will be a proper.
There's just one the
It's
same
just-
chip.
they
I
just
don't
throw
like
all
it. I
the-
like the combo. I think the combo's there. It's
Hey,
like
you
an
can sell two
aesthetic when you
different
look at
bags.
it. It's aesthetically pleasing seeing the two different colors
Dude,
in
right
there.
now, they can make two different bags.
We're just spit-
They
we're
can make
basically-
one where they're together, and then one where they just throw all the seasoning together.
You know, on Joe Rogan has a brilliant mind. But if you're listening to Joe Rogan, are you hearing just like think tank shit like this? Probably. But like
I don't know.
We're like you're almost like you're listening inside a boardroom of like a Fortune 500 company that just has none of the Fortune 500 part
We
of
might
it.
be just Fortune
But-
5. We're the top 5 right now.
Right in our minds, we are at least. So we're HEB is back. There's a comeback kid because they stepped up to the plate and they recognize real, as they say. And HEB was like, hey, we got you, bro. We got you. Like I'm already sent to R&D. Scott should be hitting me up anytime soon, guys. If you want to tweet HEB, be like, hey, yo, at HEB. Let's do the combo bag like Alex and Pat and Robert said, and I think we're gonna end
Do it.
wars.
Get after them.
So we're gonna win a Nobel Peace Prize. Like would you go to war if you're like, or we could just send you a bag
Yeah.
of these chips? They're like, let's do the chips. Fuck,
Yeah.
that seems like way more fun. Let's send some. We're gonna send a bag of these to Putin.
You
We'll
know-
send a bag of these to Kim Jong Un. Some Bobby Jokes find their addresses real fast. That's not that hard to look up. I think it's
I was going to
public
say, if
information.
Mad Dog Madden hadn't already killed all of ISIS, we could have done
Nah,
that.
fuck it. ISIS needed some killing, right?
did.
They were being dicks.
Attaboy, Mad Dog.
Right. All right. So, all right. It is 4:00. So, all right. None of us saw Black Panther. I did read it on Wikipedia, so I basically have seen it.
You're a dick.
I've pretty much seen the movie. The book is better. Excuse me. I'm a book snob. But Cole has seen it. He's our resident movie critic when he feels like doing movie reviews. And he was like, well, I need a hard time. I need a hard time to call in and to do this. And I was like, okay, how about 4? And he's like, all right, well, like, Is it go? I was like around 4. Is it 4? It's not an exact time. Like, you know this podcast. We don't really follow a time at all. Like, we'll just kind of figure it out. But it's 4:02 right now. Everybody, mark that. At Words by Cole is who we are about to call right now.
I hope he doesn't pick up.
He
because we
probably
didn't call him
won't
at
too.
4.
He probably won't. But let's see.
Hello?
Cole, what's up, buddy?
Nothing. Putting on my headphones so I can talk to you.
Oh, hey, it's your favorite podcast. Are you stoked?
Appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yeah. I'm stoked.
All right.
Wait, did you say? Am I?
You should be stoked, dude. Are you like? Do you want to join the cult? We'll let you get in if you want to join the cult. You're on the podcast now. You can be a member if you'd like. If you'd like to be a Branch Gravidian.
No, not at all.
Well, moving on then. All right. Well, we're gonna play your intro real fast, so don't talk.
You're gonna play what?
Cole watches movies, then he reviews them. Cole watches movies, when he reviews them. Cole watches movies, then he reviews them. Cole watches movies, when he reviews them.
All right. That's one of my favorite intros that we don't get to play enough of. But so Cole, welcome back to the podcast at Words by Cole on the Twitter if you want to follow him. We will be we're gonna have you to review the biggest movie I feel like of the year so far. It's Black Panther. Have you seen it?
Yes. Well, you say like the biggest movie of the year, but dude, the biggest movie of the year just came out like 3 months ago, so we already have a biggest new movie.
The year is not 3 months old.
We're not even
so,
3 months old, bro.
Maybe learn your dates.
Well, I'm talking about Star Wars was the biggest movie of the year, and now it's already.
Yep.
There's
Yeah, that was
already another biggest movie of the year.
Bro,
Well, like-
hold on. Are you pumped for Solo?
He hates Star Wars.
Not really.
He's not a Star Wars guy at all.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be cool for sure, but I'm more stoked for. I'm just really excited to talk about Black Panther with you guys.
Okay, do me a huge favor though. If you feel like you got a spoiler
He's
coming
not.
on,
He's a professional movie reviewer.
just say spoiler alert because I got to take the headphones off because I don't want to have to destroy Alex's place.
I'm not gonna talk spoilers.
Okay, so-
Dude, it's a comic book movie. Like I don't really know what could be spoiled to me.
Yeah, you
'Cause,
can
like,
read
these
it.
are like cartoon characters. These are like cartoon characters essentially.
So, just I wanted to preface by the fact that if you don't like the movie, you can't say that. Just FYI, check your privilege real fast.
I know.
Yeah. So you have to like it. It was the best movie of the year, right?
Of all time.
Of all time. Okay,
According to Rotten
good.
Tomatoes,
Fine.
yeah, it's the
Okay,
highest
just
rated
making-
movie of all time.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't it just so great?
Fucking white
that there's
guilt.
finally a movie that everyone can enjoy. Isn't
Finally.
that just great?
There's finally a movie about a black
Finally,
superhero.
I mean, dude,
Blade!
the history of cinema, there's never been a movie that everyone can enjoy. This is the greatest comic book movie of all time.
Is it?
This is the first black superhero ever.
No, Blade. And
Meteor Man.
Mr. T, I would say,
Spawn.
is a superhero.
Spawn.
Spawn.
Was he black?
Steel.
Yeah,
Shaq played
Storm.
Steel.
Catwoman.
Storm. Catwoman.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Lolo Jones.
Anyway, yeah, no, but the movie is good. It is a good movie. All joking aside, the thing is like with that whole thing that we're poking fun at right now, in my opinion, it's more so like people who are like virtue signaling, trying to get pats on the back from certain groups, whether it's like an LGBT group, an African American group, other people of color, or just to
POCs.
sound cool to their progressive friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing is like, and it's hard not to get mad at a movie, but I think that the way that like a lot of film sites, at least that I follow, they're spinning a certain narrative with the movie. The movie's solid, but it's by no means, I think, like some great.
All right, so
So it's a solid superhero movie.
Oh, it's not liquid?
Yeah, it is a super solid superhero movie. It's a super solid just movie in general. I think, but we'll get into it. I'll talk through a few things.
So now, none of us, or Pat and Robert didn't see the movie. I read the book last night on Wikipedia, so I have a
I
really,
know, you told me.
I have a really
told
good
me.
idea of what's going on in it. So I want you to kind of lead the charge, and I'll jump in with a couple of the takeaways I got from the book.
Okay, yeah, from the book on tape. or just the book?
No, it's a book on internet. It's a book on internet, and it was about like a 6-paragraph synopsis, and I
Book
thought
on
that I got
screen.
everything I needed from it. Just
Oh, that's not bad.
so we start off. What's it called? that They're in. What's their name?
Wakanda.
And it
Wakanda.
is a
Wakanda be kidding me.
there we go. It's a technologically advanced African nation, correct?
Yes.
All right,
that is
so
true. They
just-
have vibranium, which is what Captain America's shield is made of.
I learned that from the book as well. So basically, my first question about the movie is, what's going on with the malaria problem in Africa now that we've got all this advanced technology? Like, that's gone. We're not
here's the
sending
deal.
money over
Well-
there for mosquito nets anymore, right? They fixed that.
There's not a malaria problem in the Marvel
Well, that's
Cinematic
good.
Universe.
Okay, so they fixed that.
No, they just don't go to those countries.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to Ethiopia in
Well, here's
Captain
the
America
deal.
4.
So the whole conflict of the movie is you have Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa,
Mm-hmm.
who is being named King of Wakanda. His father died in Civil War, if you saw that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He got blown up. And so the thing is they have all of these technological advances that allow them to heal people, have amazing weaponry, just tons of different things but they're hoarding it.
Mm-hmm.
So they can maintain their way of life. Kind of like what people would say about the United States. And so there are like political.
But they're trying to kind of be
in the
low
movie.
key about it, though, aren't they? They're being like, they want
No,
everybody to think they're a
no.
third world country,
Wait,
right?
who was trying to be low key? The
Like,
filmmakers?
No,
or
Wakanda is
Wakandans?
kind of trying to be like, they're acting like they're a
Yeah.
third world country, but they're just incognito not, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely what's going on. They're they're trying to
book.
debate like what they should do with all this vibranium, if they should help the refugees or whatnot. And then, so some people think like, no, we need to maintain our way of life. Some want to say, okay, let's help everyone out, but let's help out the refugees in Africa, so on and so forth. And so from there, the movie has all these really great thematic elements to it. They're really solid. A great villain in Michael B. Jordan, a great cast.
Mm-hmm.
Chadwick Boseman is awesome. He's like really strong and silent, very cool, calm, and collected kind of dude. Michael B. Jordan is like, he was a kid who was like a victim of gang violence, essentially.
Just
and
like
he
in
comes
Friday
into
Night
Wakanda
Lights.
and- yeah, and he wants to change things. He wants to set the world on fire there, essentially. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that goes on within that dynamic that I'm not going to really get into.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But the action is pretty less than stellar, in my opinion. Like, it is very, very mediocre.
So basically, they showed all the cool shit in the trailer.
Yeah.
Damn, I hate when that
in
happens.
terms of the action, but the story is super solid. I'm not going to say great, but the story is very, very good. It's very well done. The themes are really well articulated, and all the characters are really fun. And they move, and you understand them, you know them, and they all have motivation. So, in that respect, the world building and all that is really good. The movie runs a little long. I personally don't get bothered by longer movies, but the movie, it gets a little muddled. Like, so for example, we talked about like these technological advancements that they have,
Mhm.
but they also subscribe to this like really primitive way of life. Like, there's a challenge, like people can challenge the throne from different tribes in Wakanda, and it's really cool. So I'm like, okay, so if these guys are all super smart and they have all this amazing technology, why are they still subscribing to these primitive ways?
You
If they
stick to
don't
your
really-
roots, bro.
Because combat is
Huh?
dope.
You stick to your roots. You respect your
Yeah,
heritage.
but that's fine. That's fine, but it doesn't gel well for a movie.
See, I think this is your
Like-
your white privilege kind of like jading your opinion on a movie, Cole. Maybe you should check yourself real fast.
So, some would say that. I would disagree and say it's just an opinion. It doesn't diminish your love for the
Oh,
movie
no
at
way.
all.
You're allowed to just have an opinion that may differ with other people without making you a racist?
Not in 2018.
That's-
You're not.
That's not what I've heard.
If you don't agree with somebody's exact form of liberalism, you're going to be shunned, and you're automatically a bigot and a racist.
Pretty much.
So,
Pretty
I
much.
mean, that's the way it goes on Twitter.
Just while we're on the
Which is why I
subject,
very rarely tweet.
while we're on the
So
subject,
anyway,
no, hold on. While we're on the subject, who was your favorite president ever? Because there's one right answer. Who?
Nixon.
No, it's wrong answer. It was Obama. So moving on.
No, it's
No,
Roosevelt or Reagan, bro.
I do like Obama. Obama is cool, but so I say, that's so
Oh, he's
crazy.
cool because he's black? Wow. Wow.
Well, it says a lot, Cole. Oh, whoa.
What happened? I
No.
didn't hear what happened.
I said, just because he's a black guy, he's cool. Like, he's not presidential or upstanding.
No, he is presidential. He's great. I got to go watch him speak once. It was really cool. Anyway, we're totally getting off topic. But
No way.
Why should I be surprised by that? But the movie, man, it moves well and it's fine. But I don't think it's like some big, epic masterpiece. Like it's just another superhero movie, man. We get a dozen of these a year. Like.
Not enough.
But in all seriousness, in terms of representation and whatnot, like that shit should happen. But I also don't want it to be shoved down my throat by the media. Like, just let the movie exist, and it's a solid movie. It's very well cast. It's very well done. But let's not try to pretend. Let's just not put it on a pedestal, man. Like, have you ever seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he says you can't put the pussy on a pedestal?
Yeah.
That's a phrase I live my life
You can't
by.
put a movie on a pedestal, otherwise people are they're not gonna respond to it the way that that they should if it was just a movie.
I believe it was Kendrick Lamar that said, "I'll take your girlfriend and put that pussy on a pedestal as well."
Well, Kendrick was wrong.
Exactly. But at the same time, a lot of the people that are going to get mad, like actually mad about that, probably already have issues anyway.
Yep.
Whoa.
Regarding that, I mean, I get a little annoyed sometimes with things, but I think that the movie has a really great message to it when you get down to it. But I just don't think everything comes together. I think they try to do too much. And when you guys finally see the movie, I think you'll see a little bit what I'm talking about.
So you're saying the message that black people don't share is a good thing?
Whoa.
That's what he just said.
Well, no. No, that's not.
Now
what
he's
I said.
backtracking
The
here.
message
Now
of
you
the
got it.
movie,
This is gotcha journalism we have here.
Sorry, I've been holding on to that for 6 minutes.
The message of the movie
He's just
is
like,
the
"Fuck you
fact
guys."
that if you have wealth, should you share it? Should you hoard it?
Mm-hmm.
It's about being altruistic, and it's about
It's your choice.
caring for your fellow man and whatnot. And I think that is a great message of the movie. I'm just saying the action beats aren't as well done as the dramatic beats in it. Because
Okay.
Jaw feel.
Michael B. Jordan is an incredible villain. So he's like amazing.
All right,
He
so
actually has a reason.
So like, this isn't available for Oscars this year. It'll be next year's Oscars, right? But because like I'm hearing though, like this is going to be Oscar nominated. This is going to be like one of the first superhero movies I'm hearing that could win Oscars. Do you think that
Where the fuck are you
with the
hearing that?
casting, with all of the performances, do you think this is a movie that finally the superhero movie that will be an Oscar nominee or an Oscar winner? Not like Best Picture, but like, are you saying? I'm talking about like cast members and for everything else.
No.
This comes away with 0 Oscars total.
Have you seen Heath Ledger as the Joker?
Yeah, if that didn't get anything, then nobody gets anything.
Then no. Like,
Didn't he win
that
something?
movie,
No.
He won. He won Best Supporting Actor.
Yes.
At the Oscars for playing the Joker.
Okay, yeah.
Now he won that after he died. But I mean, if it's going to be anybody that's going to win anything or even be nominated or even be considered, it's going to be Michael B. Jordan. But it's still a silly superhero movie. At the end of the day, and it's a big corporate arm of Disney.
Right.
So like, let's not pretend this movie is not something that it's not. It's still a Disney corporate juggernaut that wants to put asses in seats and just like take all your money. Like that's what they're. It's not.
And they're gonna get my money.
Yeah, the movie made a lot of money, but it also had Disney backing it and doing its marketing.
It was like the
it's not hard to get
4th
people
most
to go
grossing movie, right? Or,
Do what?
It was like the 4th biggest grossing movie through like an opening weekend, wasn't it?
Right? Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is
Yeah, and the
awesome.
marketing
And it's cool that like now
Yeah.
you've got a cast like that is out there, and it is a majority black cast that's finally at the top, and it's just like
which
this
is cool.
needs to be normalized. It just doesn't like, but I think part of normalizing this, and it's gonna get a lot of heat, is part of normalizing this is like just it's not gonna be like, oh, this is an all black cast mostly. Like it's just gotta be like, oh, that was a really good movie, and like
Right,
it happens
right,
to
right. I
be
see what you're
also a
saying. Yeah,
majority black cast, but like it's not because of that. It's because it was a great movie for what it was.
Right.
Exactly, and it is a super solid movie. And that's the thing is that I've seen so many films over the course of my life that have had predominantly black cast that are excellent. Now
Friday.
the thing is I think a lot of people are talking
Next
about like,
Friday.
Boys in the Hood.
Friday.
Boys in the Hood is a classic black movie.
Barbershop.
Friday is a classic black movie. These are like people who are like disenfranchised and are, you know, poor. But these people in Wakanda, they are like they're kings and queens, and they're, you know, they're royalty, and they're very wealthy and affluent and cultured and well spoken. And I think that's what a lot of people are responding to. But I think the whole point of that is, if you want to get down to it, the movie is all about a really fascinating political debate, and it really is a movie that I think everybody can find things to enjoy in it. That is the overall point
That's
of the
good.
film. And I think that just super, I mean, I would consider myself socially liberal, but I think there are people who are far left who are taking this to extremes that you've seen on Twitter. There's one guy on there. I don't even want to like give him any sort of cred. He's a very popular figure on Twitter, but he is the one beating the drum for, oh, if you don't like it, you're racist, and you know, blah blah blah. And then the thing is like,
Is it Sean King?
it's not Sean King.
Is it
it's a guy
Obama?
named Ira Madison. No, it's not Obama. Michelle Obama made a tweet about Black Panther though.
Yeah, she
It's,
played the bad guy, right?
No, she did not play the bad guy.
Don't say that.
In Black Panther.
I'm pretty sure Michelle Obama and Michael B. Jordan are the same person.
Nah.
Well, they do. Michelle Obama, Michael B. Jordan. No.
I'm seeing similarities now.
But I mean, look, it's a touchy subject, man, and it's a touchy subject for a lot of people. And I don't know, like I'm totally white, I'm totally middle class, I've had it great my whole life.
Woo!
But a lot of people feel empowered by it. It can be a little obnoxious, but I think this is just a movie to show like everybody of all different backgrounds and whatnot, that you can look at people on screen who don't look like you and learn something and get something out of it and relate to it. And I think
But like, isn't that a
Black
problem that
Panther's
it takes a
fantastic.
fucking Marvel Black Panther movie to teach somebody that lesson?
But some people learn different ways though, and like if this
Isn't
is
it a shame? It is.
But if this is how
I mean,
you learn,
I
though,
mean,
this
like,
is how you learn, and
I mean,
we need
on-
to do that.
on both sides, to where like, yeah, you shouldn't be a racist piece of shit, but also you shouldn't get all of your black pride from a fucking superhero movie.
No, but I understand
Well,
it, where it's
exactly.
like you've been you
No, I
you
agree.
feel like you
I
have been
agree.
pushed to the background for so long, and now you're finally getting a chance in the spotlight. And I understand that. It's just like let's build on that. Let's build on that and not be like, we did it, we made it. Like that's what it is. Like that's what it is now, and now we've got to build on that. And
Did you guys hear about the people on Twitter who were lying about being beat up at Black Panther premiere?
No, but
No.
I believe it.
Yeah, people on Twitter were lying.
That's,
and,
I
like,
believe that.
one guy
shit, dude.
posted
Dude,
on
there's
there
some
like,
crazy
"Oh,
fuckers
I want to
out
go see
there
the premiere, and I got beat
who
up." And he
want
posted a picture, and it was
to,
of Jensen.
Robert can't hear you talking. Right?
Yeah, Robert doesn't have headphones.
Yeah, and it was of Jensen
Anyway.
Ackles from
Well,
Supernatural.
do you have any other? I mean, so the next Marvel movie is
Avengers:
Avengers: Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Infin- Yeah, it's old. Yes, it's Avengers: Ultron and Infinity War coming out on the same day.
All right, so
Hold on,
five
wait.
or how many out of
Wait,
out of
before we do
Ladle's?
that,
Okay.
one last question though, because there are two white guys in this movie.
Are they the
Yeah,
bad guys?
Martin Freeman and Andy Serkis, who,
Right,
as
both
most
great
people will
actors.
both know, one was Bilbo Baggins, one was Gollum. Would you say they
Very
are
true.
the Tolkien white guys of the movie?
Ooh.
By the way, I didn't come up with that. I totally stole that from some tweet. I just don't remember who it was.
That's pretty great.
It's okay. Yeah, I absolutely would say they are the Tolkien white guys.
I laughed for like 15 minutes when
That's
I
pretty
read that.
good.
Yeah, that's great. Alex, I'm gonna send you a really funny just look at your phone here in a second
Okay.
and show the fellas. It's a funny meme.
Before, all right. So out of 5 ladles of gravy, how many ladles would you give
right.
Black Panther?
3.5 ladle. Like, can we do halves?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can do halves.
Halves.
See, I gave it 3.5 as well. Just based off the book. I thought that there was some, I thought that they could have expanded into a few points that I would have liked, but maybe it's just because of the book, and maybe in the movie they embellish on that a little bit. So I gave it a 3.5 as well. So I'm glad that we have the same review for it. Two respected movie critics agreeing. Where do you ever hear that these days?
Well, the thing is I'm going to go back and rewatch it. I probably won't go see it again in the theater, but
You should read it. I recommend that.
The novelization.
It really gets you. It's a different take on the whole.
Can you imagine? They do a novelization of Star Wars, and I get that, but
It's the wars, bro.
that's crazy. Anyway, guys, well, I don't know. The thing is I love talking about this kind of stuff in terms of art and culture, and in terms of like how we relate to race in our times today. And it's really interesting, and it is touchy, but I still think that I'm a member of this country, and I deserve to have a voice in it. I mean, there's one thing to be like sensitive, and there's one thing for me to like have my opinion stifled because of fear of someone calling me a racist, which I'm not. But at the same time, I'm not just gonna give something blind praise just because it has a certain group in it, like just a certain So
Right, I agree.
the thing is, I think
Cole,
the
I
movie-
like you.
The movie's nothing but the movie does nothing but positive stuff and empowers a lot of people. So that's great. I just don't think it's a masterpiece. That's all. I think it's got a great cast. That's the thing it's got going best for it, and it's got some really great political talk in it. But other than that, it's it's your standard Marvel fare. Everybody ends up fighting at the end. There's CG
That's
planes hitting CG people, shooting CG bullets into CG walls.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, well, it's Cole Clay at Words by Cole on the Twitter. And is it still freshfiction.tv where you can get all your reviews?
Yeah, man, I'm still doing it there. I'm going to see the movie Annihilation in 3 hours, so that's gonna be a good one.
What the fuck is that?
I'm very excited to see. If you guys saw Ex Machina a few years ago, one
Nope.
of the better films of the decade, in my opinion, and this is the follow-up from that filmmaker. So,
All right,
got
well.
Natalie Portman in it.
Well, we'll have
Don't
to have
pet
you.
her.
We'll have to have you on maybe to review that one in a week or so. Then
In another year or two.
maybe you never know.
Kidding.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Thanks for coming on, dude.
calling. For sure. Bye.
No, I bet you I
Clay.
still give Black Panther 4 out of 5 when I see it.
still-
Just because I fucking love Marvel movies.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
won't go that detailed. I'll be, dude, it was dope. They kicked some ass and shit happened.
Well, we love Cole, but he did say that Love Actually was like the best movie he's ever seen in his life. So
Still never seen it.
I kind
Don't
of-
plan on
you
seeing it.
Don't need to see it. You didn't.
I'm sure
not the
eventually
best.
some woman will make me watch it, but don't plan on it.
How haven't you seen it yet?
Because I am single.
It's not that great.
Why would I go see that as a single man?
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was
I
like,
haven't seen it either.
I was like, is that a real question?
All right, real fast. Just because we're on the topic of Panthers, let's do a quick emergency Mount Rushmore. You've never done a Mount Rushmore with us
I
yet,
have
you?
not.
All right, let's do. Are we doing snake draft? Are you in on this? Mount
I
Rushmore of
only know
Panthers.
one Panther.
All right, so then it'll just be me and Pat.
Yeah.
All right, Mount Rushmore of Panthers. Snake draft. If you want to go first, go ahead.
Black
it can
Panther.
Be any Black Panther. That's one. All right. I will go. I'm gonna go Cam Newton. That's pretty good Panther.
So I guess mine is Black Panther.
Then I get
slash
back to
T'Challa.
back. I get back to back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Pink Panther. Ooh.
God damn, that's a good one. All right, well, then I'll counter you with Julius Peppers.
Julius Peppers is solid. I am going to go Yarmir Yager, Florida Panthers.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Hockey, a little hockey in this
That's
bad
a damn
boy.
good one.
All right.
I'm going to have to go with, I can't remember his name, but the Black Panther from Jungle Book.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, I'll allow it. And then I will go Larry Fitzgerald, Pitt Panther. Boom.
Oh, fuck you.
Boom. Maybe like
you.
top 5 receiver of all time.
Fuck you.
Who's bringing it home for you?
You're still going to go your second part of your snake.
No. Was that 3?
Yeah, it was only 3 for you.
Pink Panther, Cam Newton, Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, yeah, you're right. Dan Marino, Pit Panther as well.
Fuck. Damn it. Oh, you know who I'm gonna go?
Who?
LaShawn McCoy, Pit Panther.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I was gonna go Nate Peterman, but then I was like, I'm not even 100%.
You're not going to win if you pick Nate Peterman.
Especially because you took Dan Marino right before that. So yeah, I'm gonna go LaShawn McCoy,
All right.
Pit Panther.
So that's it. Who are you for?
I had LaShawn, the Panther from Jungle Book. Did I say Lion King? I meant Jungle Book before, guys. Julius Peppers and T'Challa, Black Panther.
I would say I won this one just based
Hold
on.
on. I got a few
All right.
that I just came up with.
He just Googled Panthers and
Yeah, I'm gonna go jaguar, leopard, cougar, and mountain lion.
Those Panthers? Those are
those
big
those
cats.
are all in the class of Panther.
Those are all in the class of panther.
I'll allow it.
All right. Well, I'll say you won too, just because you got
We're-
Yamir Yager in there.
We're not in like prime Mount Rushmore season yet, but we will be.
That was impromptu. Too.
We will be, and it's just one of those. It's like the hot topic. So basically, like it's the stupid sports story of the week. We find a way to Mount Rushmore.
Well, enjoy it because that's the only Mount Rushmore you're gonna win.
It'll be good. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. It's coming up. We got a couple months left, and then oh boy, all summer. All right, let's continue on with comeback kid of the week. Russians, they're back. Did you see the Russians in doping, especially? That's what's bad. That's what the comeback kid.
Rush through these.
Hey, yeah. Let's not sweep this one under the rug. No, it's curling, guys.
Yeah.
It's a curling reference. Only the smart group got that one. So a Russian curler was suspected of doping. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Russians have kind of already been fucked this Olympics because of doping, and that's why they are now.
Downhill from there.
It's skiing though,
Skiing,
not curling. That's so they have been having to compete under Olympic athletes from Russia, which is stupid. You shouldn't be able to compete.
Or
OAR. Yeah. So yeah, Russians and doping is a comeback kid. Another one is Fergie. Welcome back, Fergalicious. And she sang the national anthem at the NBA All-Star Game, and my God.
as bad as it could be saying.
It didn't go well.
Starts out okay. Already going off the rails.
Now, I don't think it's as bad as everybody made it out to be,
I do.
but it's not good.
Like, why lay way held?
It was just funny because like I didn't have the sound on. I had the iPad up, and I could just see like people's faces were like, "The fuck is this?" Like Chris Rock had like the best reaction. He's just like, "Okay, I'm listening to this."
Like, it's so bad, it's making people think Rosie O'Donnell's wasn't that bad.
Or-
Well, not that bad.
Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr. What'd I say? Rosie
Rosie
O'Donnell?
O'Donnell, same thing.
Oh, fuck that bitch. Uh-oh.
Boozy saying hi.
Boozy senses an intruder.
So Fergie is a comeback kid because she butchered
Yeah,
it.
way to screw the pooch on that one, Fergie.
Like, I don't know. I didn't think it was not great at all by any stretch.
It was really bad.
But like, it wasn't the worst
Yeah,
thing I've
like,
ever heard. You know, And
Roseanne's was still the worst.
I thought, yeah, Roseanne was trying to make it bad.
Yeah.
And I
Roseanne
just,
was just trying to piss off the entire city of Chicago, and she did it fucking well.
so just listen up, y'all. It's not always Fergie's fault that she can't always sing. She's usually used to singing Fergalicious. What if? Okay, now this is how it might have been able to salvage it. You go in like she's doing the weird Marilyn Monroe style national anthem, and then she just I said wop wop, and she bursts into Fergalicious in the middle of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the... No, because then I might have actually tried to kill her by now. If
You don't
did
like
this
Fergalicious?
If she did this to the national anthem...
Yeah. More disrespectful, Fergie or Colin Kaepernick. Embrace debate.
Still Colin, but... Fuck. See, here's the thing. Like, I think it's disrespectful, but I have no problem with him doing it.
She's trying to honor the national anthem.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with what Colin did. Like, I hate it, but like...
I'm over it. I don't give a
Dude,
fuck.
yeah, it's it's your fucking right.
That's why people fight for
Yeah,
it.
that's why we got dudes overseas fucking doing what they do. I think it sucks, but, you know. I love that you have the right to do it. All right, let's get going. I'm already tired of this fucking song.
Nah, he's taking his
Can I
headphones
say
off.
444?
What? Yeah, sure. So Fergie is a comeback kid. Another comeback kid is trail riders. You know, this is I'm gonna say this is also partially a not cool as well, because fucking trail riders. In case you are new to the podcast or you didn't hear us bitching about this last year, because Chris and I, boy did we bitch. But trail riders are the fucking dudes that think that they still live in the old Wild West. And they're like, well, we're going to the rodeo. Rodeo's this time. Let's ride on our horses and our wagons and block fucking rush hour traffic because we want to ride horses, and go there and be like, woo, we're the trail riders. Neat. And they camp on the road, on the side of the road and shit. And I'm sure they like do cowboy shit, like shoot guns off and eat frogs or whatever. Like they cut off gigging frogs, I think is what it is.
Drink sarsaparilla.
They go catfish hunting. That's really more redneck than cowboy, but
Yeah,
whatever.
You're way off now.
So just like fucking, it's 2018, man. You have a big ass truck, drive that.
Bro, don't shit on tradition.
Tradition is kind of cool as long as it's not blocking traffic, and it's blocking traffic.
You want to know why this doesn't bother me?
Why?
Because I fucking live in Katy.
Dude, it's just
So
not.
I
It's
don't
like,
have
just
this
get
problem.
over it. Just move along, guys. It's like, we don't need to do this now. I understand it's tradition, but you could do it the last 100 yards. You could get your fucking horse, show up to the rodeo, and then do that if you want to do it ceremonially. It's the same people that are doing the trail riders, that are for the trail riders, that are the same people that are, don't tear the Astrodome down. My daddy took me there. I have memories there.
My daddy.
I remember watching the trail riders as a young boy with my pappy, watching them walk on into the rodeo and start it every year with their horses, and now that's why I do it. And it's like, shut the fuck up. It's fine. You can go to the rodeo just like you always went to the rodeo.
Not enough people say pappy anymore. That's a goddamn great
grandpappy.
grandfather. Grandpappy you still hear sometimes, but not really.
Yeah.
But just my pappy.
Pappy. That's a cowboy way to
God
say
damn
it.
it.
I
When
would
I'm a
say.
grandfather, I want them to call me
They
pappy.
have to now. Brother Pappy.
Brother pappy.
So, trail riders are back. That's a light not cool with me. Also, another comeback kid is consent. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. They made an app now. So, you know, we're in this whole this gray area of oh, was that rape or did you not enjoy the date? See the N's and sorry's kind of thing. Or you have just like I'm not saying rape definitely happens and it's fucked up and you should never do it. The date rape thing with all
Me
the me three
Hashtag
#me
me
three. It's like I am really against rape, but like I'm not marching though. But anyways, consent is back because now they made an app where, say you're dating a young woman and you're like, this is, I think this is the night we might step things up in our relationship.
Time for the no
They
pants
have
dance.
an app that you can send her this thing and it says, do you give consent? And you can give sexual consent on an app now. So it's like, oh, well, I don't know, because guess who hit that button? Guess who hit the button? Yes. You can
I'll
also
poke
say
a hole in
no.
it already.
You can also say no. So I feel like now you're gonna have the whole right before you hook up. Hold on, will you hit the green? Hit the green on it.
What if the other person's really drunk?
Right. See, I'm not sure at 100% of the legality because that does. Yeah, there are those weird red flags and stuff like that. But consent is appable now. We have an app for it.
But also, you can give consent and then 5 minutes later change your mind.
That's a.
But now you're back in a court of law. She fucking said yes.
Right. So it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. But
She never said no. She's lying. I have physical proof, and
I
you
just
just got away with rape.
just thought it was interesting that consent is now an app that you can consent. Do you approve this consent for Pat Dion? And you're like, all right, what else? Sure, fuck it.
Do you consent licking my taint?
I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's that specific, but it could
I'm
be.
sure you can fill in a form.
You probably. Another comeback kid. This is a touchy subject. Is gun control? Because whether you're on one side or the other, that has been it's a big talking point for everyone. Now that there is unfortunately another school shooting, and everybody is marching and walking out of school and calling to ban AR-15s and assault rifles. Now, I haven't really talked gun control.
No such thing as an assault rifle.
Okay, well, if you assault anybody with a rifle, it becomes an assault rifle, right? But I am not at all a take away the guns guy at all. But I have legitimately within the last 5-6 months come to the thinking of we could probably get rid of AR-15s, and just not sell them.
Do you know what the difference between an AR-15 and a hunting rifle is?
The one's automatic, right?
No. Automatic rifles are illegal. It's got a semi-auto, but there's really basically no difference between a
Well, it's
hunting.
the bump stock, right?
No, a bump stock is an add-on.
But like that's
See,
kind.
this,
That's
this
what
is,
I
I feel like is the main problem is people aren't knowledgeable about the guns.
I mean, I
themselves.
know what an AR-15 looks like. Is what I mean.
Exactly,
And
and,
it's
and that's the fucking problem. There's basically no difference between an AR-15 and a hunting rifle, except for one's made of wood and one is scary, and it looks like it's a scary military-grade hardware, and it's plastic. But really, there's no fucking difference. Like, if it was wooden, like, you can strip that down, take out the barrel.
But you can modify it to shoot.
You can
all
modify
that.
a
So you
fucking
should get rid
hunting
of
rifle.
all of the things that. Yeah. See, and it's a slippery slope where it's just like to me, like I don't know all the facts to it, but I'm just like, well, I mean, you should probably not be able to get access to that, and it's like. I'm not saying that I'm right at all. I'm very ignorant to all of this stuff as well, but like I don't own a gun, you know? I
don't own a gun either.
I think that like yeah, something should probably be done to limit the amount of the amount of firearms you could do, or something needs to be done at least with ammunition to limit ammunition to things like
that's
that,
not
you
gonna
know?
work.
I'm not saying it's gonna work. I'm just trying to spitball ideas out of my head,
The
as opposed to
only
just
thing I've
outlawing
heard-
all guns. Because I don't think that's the answer. I think that like yeah, it seems like that's the right thing to do right now, but you shouldn't just restrict everything from everyone because something happened and it was a bad experience. Part of living in America is that like you never know what's gonna happen. That's not a good thing. It's not like it's just like it's unfortunate when shit like this happens, but just. It's like I understand it's like, well, you can't always prevent this, and we don't need just thoughts and prayers. We need action. It's like, but we need like specific action, and no one has ever yet laid out a plan other than just ban them,
Yeah.
take it away. And it's just
because
like
that
look,
gets
there's-
you political points.
Right.
They don't have a plan.
Let's hate on the NRA for a little bit because, you know, they donate money because they're a company that, like all other companies, donates to politicians that they like. But
Yeah.
we're against them, so we're going to do that. And just like this, that gun control and 16-year-olds telling me what to do is kind of like a comeback kid as well.
The only plan I've heard that makes any sort of sense whatsoever is if you have responsible teachers that have CHLs.
I don't
Let 'em
know,
do it.
man. But like you're that. I feel like they're gonna have to require the teachers to get CHLs.
No, you don't
at
have
that
to
point.
require. But if you have one and you want to be able to carry, I'm even down for letting the government add an extra stipend as a teacher that carries on campus for the protection of the fucking children. I'm all done because there's multiple cases all over the fucking place of, and I hate using buzzwords, but like good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy.
No, I understand.
It just never gets any fucking thing. Like when I was at Texas State, I was a criminal justice major. I had to write fucking papers on this, and they're all over the fucking place of people stopping it. You're just never going to get any play on air on it.
Here, let me play this. Let me play this real fast.
A deep conversation, but not that deep. A deep conversation for the shallow end.
This gives us immunity.
Yeah.
But not that deep. A deep conversation for the shallow end. A deep conversation, but not that deep. A deep conversation for the shallow end.
So a deep conversation,
Yeah.
the shallow end basically means we're going in this saying we don't know all the facts. So
Yeah.
you can't say we're in the
Basically.
wrong in this. This is just us throwing out some shit that we think, I don't know, this could possibly work. Well, we're not experts on it by any means, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And there's got to be something that's got to be done, obviously, to prevent this shit. But it's so
There's-
gray area, you know.
There's nothing you can do about their guns being here. They're gonna be here.
There's
They
fucked
are
up
here.
people, and
There's
it's like
too many of
what
them.
like the background check, but like the FBI should have stopped this guy. The FBI should
Oh,
have
the
stopped
FBI
this
dropped
guy.
the ball 100 fucking
Like,
percent on this
oh,
one.
but
Like, they
how
had
many times?
multiple tips.
How many times? Like the Zokhar Sarnev, the guy that did the Boston bombing, like that guy was on the radar for years, and they didn't do anything. The older brother, I guess, was, and they just there's time after time after time.
But
You're saying
until
like there have
something
been red
illegal happens,
flags,
you can't do anything about
and then
it.
you're getting to the point to where like, oh well, the shooter said this on a YouTube page, and it's like now are we gonna start policing comments online?
Yeah.
Like I get like saying like I'm going to shoot up the fucking school. That should be taken as a threat. I understand
Yeah.
that, but like you're gonna be Pat's gonna be like, man, fuck all you guys. And then like, are we gonna get to the point where Pat saying fuck all you guys means Pat was a deranged fella that was gonna go shoot up a school? Because like we're gonna get to that point where
I'm
then
deranged, but for
you're-
completely
no,
different reasons.
But like you're gonna like if that's it, like yeah, I understand. Like blatant threats should be investigated, but like the police can't be chasing every YouTube comment because they're gonna be chasing everyone. Like everybody's mom has been fucked by everybody else
and then
in the
you turn
entire
into
world. If
fucking
that's what's the truth.
1984
Hey.
fucking Big Brother and
Yeah, and not the good TV show either.
There's
But,
only so much you can do, and it sucks. But like, their guns aren't gonna go anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They'll continue to fly in.
and it sucks because just like the people that like like in a time where it's like, all right, like let's just be a little sensitive about it. Like I know we weren't playing the gun spots, the Top Gun attack assist spots on the radio station. We're like, hey, let's not air those today. We're taking those out. Like you should be sensitive, and there's people that are like, no, my guns, don't touch my guns, and it's just like, just shut the fuck up for like a week. And like, just like let them say what they got to say, because I understand that there's these 16-year-olds that have seen a bunch of shit and they're trying to process all of it. And it's like, you have the right to process it. You don't have the right to immediately call for. You have the right to call for action. You don't you can't just expect it to happen overnight. And it's like marching out of school and marching to a Capitol and immediately calling for them to ban all guns is not gonna be the answer to anything. You're gonna have to have a discussion. You're gonna have to fucking have a discussion. And I don't understand the whole if you're a 16-year-old and you feel this way, like you should be able to voice your complaints and your thoughts and everything. But like then we're taking it to the polls. Like you're 16, you can't vote. What polls are you taking it to right now? Like in 2 years, yeah, you can. But just I feel like we're putting these kids on TV over and over again. It's like, yeah, they have a message, but let's talk. Let's have them talk to actual adults instead of just putting them on CNN over and over again. Because it's the same 4 or 5 kids that I see over and over again. It's the shaved head girl, the girl with the really short haircut and the glasses that looks like the lady that screamed when Trump was elected, and then you have the pretty boy kid with the Walter Goggins haircut, and it's just like that. I'm seeing those 3 guys over and over and over again on everything. It's like, yeah, that's like they should be able to share their story and talk about how horrifying it was, but we need to have them discussing it with lawmakers and other people that actually have the ability to make change, as opposed to just throw them on Fox or CNN or NBC and just let them go again for the 15th time and hear their story, their horrifying story. And why the fuck are we still publishing these people's names? I don't want to. I'm not gonna say the shooter's name, but why do we have to keep posting his picture up? It's just it's making copycat people want to fucking do this, man.
I hope they fucking
just don't do that.
Let them kill him in the most brutal possible way, because I don't think anything can be cruel and unusual punishment after what you do something like that. There's no cruel and unusual punishment in response to that. The
only thing is you just hope that him not killing himself at the end of it is a way that we can figure out what caused it. We can kind of get into the mind of somebody that's that fucked up to do that and find out what it was. And I know both of his parents had passed away, and he was kind of living in a trailer with somebody else that had also been expelled from that same school and all of that. And it's just yeah, he probably had some issues, but that doesn't make it okay to ever go do that.
Of shit.
Right. And it's just we shouldn't promote these people. We shouldn't put them in a public eye, because that's what they want.
Unless the public eye is them publicly being murdered by the family.
But I thought that when they got the Batman guy, I thought that they were going to be able to shed some light on that. And
I don't know how that guy's not dead yet.
He got a life sentence, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't even get sentenced to death.
Fuck you, Colorado.
He didn't get sentenced to death, and he murdered 20 people.
Fuck you, Colorado.
It's an eye for an eye, right? You fucking murder someone, you should get murdered back. That's how it should go. That's the one rule. I'm cool with.
Do not understand people that don't support the death penalty.
If you murder someone, you should be killed back. That's
on an expedited appeal process, because I don't want to hear any insanity. Oh, you're insane? Okay, cool. Then you won't fucking know that we're killing you, and it doesn't fucking matter.
All right,
they just deserve to die.
We could talk in circles. I just felt it was such a big issue over the last week.
I didn't really even want to cover it, but
it was such a big issue. We had to kind of bring it up. We were just throwing out ideas. We're not experts on this. Don't take anything we said as the gospel or anything.
Baseball free agency's back.
Yeah, JD Martinez is on the Red Sox. What are your thoughts?
I'm fucking pumped.
Yeah,
it's one of my teams. I got 2 teams: Astros, Red Sox.
Right.
It's like dual citizenship for me. Fucking pumped they got him. Eric Hosmer fucking went to help me out here, Bobby. Eric Hosmer. Brewers?
I saw he's wearing
what?
Wasn't Diamondbacks?
No.
I saw he's wearing number 30.
Hosmer went I want to say it's the Brewers, which me and my brother both Padres, that's what it was. Have fun doing fucking nothing.
I hope you like losing.
But it's just nice because free agency.
So Hosmer's gonna get traded at some point this year.
Very possibly, but it's just free agency. There's a whole thing. Players are accusing the league of collusion because nobody's getting signed, and it's finally starting to fucking get going here now that spring training's going. So,
are you on the side? Are you on the side? Are you player side or team side? I don't really.
There's no such thing as not colluding. Everybody colludes.
I'm not on the player side at all, because I don't believe for a single solitary fucking second that the New York Yankees or the Boston Red Sox are going to go, you know, dude, this guy's going to help us beat the Yankees or the Red Sox, but let's hold off because we don't want to pay. No, there's no salary cap. They'll
It's
pay
baseball.
whatever the fuck
Yeah,
they
it's
want to
baseball.
pay.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me these guys are colluding with each other, hurting themselves on getting a competitive advantage over the other team.
I don't think I'm a fan of like the super long contract, like 8-year contracts when you're like, you know, like upper
I'm fine with
30s
it.
or whatever.
Dude, that's straight
Dude,
up
if you can
capitalism.
get paid, get paid. You do
Dude,
you.
Pujols got a 10-year contract when he was already like 28 years old.
Yeah,
But
like,
he
that's
worked
just
his ass off
fine.
to get to that, and I
Exactly.
think that's what you do your whole
Fucking
career is to get that
capitalism
payday.
right there.
And it's like,
I'm
yeah,
100%
it sucks,
fine with
but
it.
like you do you know?
If you want to be dumb enough to get assigned that or to offer that contract, good. I hope they only play 2 more good years after that.
It was like Ilya Kovalchuk did it with the New Jersey Devils. He signed like an 18-year deal and played like 6 years and then bailed. But like it all was front loaded, and now he plays in the KHL in Russia, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But it's funny because he's been like, I'm kind of contemplating going back to the NHL. Like, well, you got the majority of that money, buddy, already, so you still got about another 12 years to hang out if you want to come back. But yeah, so free agency in baseball is back, and then what else? You had bobsledding and Sam McGuffey. So that's a very
McGuffey,
local
Houston boy.
reference. If you were in high school with us, you remember the guy that hopped over everybody. He was like the first person that we saw.
You should also probably go on YouTube and check out Pat McGuffey. I hear there was a loose affiliation between the two of them. He was a hefty guy from a neighboring high school that liked to also hop over things. Not going to say I know him, but it was me.
Maybe check it out on the Stuff from the Show page.
Yeah, check it
this
out.
week, PassGreadyPod.com. So Sam McGuffey's on the bobsled, the 4-man bobsled team, right?
2 and 4.
Okay.
He does both.
Okay. Man, bobsled's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Bobsled's a pretty dope sport.
Yeah.
It's the safest of like we're going down a slope thing or like a track thing.
All I know is I'm not fucking doing
It's
it.
safer looking than luge and safer looking than skeleton.
Skeleton
Is like
first.
I'm just gonna I'm basically boogie boarding down this. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. All right, that was Comeback Kid. We're
Only an hour and 50 minutes into the show.
So let's talk about Blue Apron Gang. It is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. You can get it all delivered to your door by going to blueapron.com/PTG. They're going to send you a bunch of ingredients and tell you what to do with them. Then boom, you got a meal to eat in about 30 minutes or less. If you ordered from blueapron.com/PTG this week, that's our link, you're going to get Parmesan crusted steaks, stove top chicken parmesan, baked Cajun cod, spicy sweet potato chili, 3 cheese calzones. You guys were talking about the calzones. Maybe that's something you could use your basil for right there, Bobby Jokes. Fettuccine and roasted fennel, ginger pork meatballs, and harissa glazed chicken drumsticks. Blue Apron sounds like a dope week. Like I said, you can get it all by signing up at blueapron.com. That's blueapron.com/PTG. You're going to get $30 off of your first order and free shipping. So do it right now. It's easy, flexible, and there's a variety of different foods. It's also guaranteed freshness every time. Blueapron.com/PTG. Blueapron.com/PTG. We're literally giving you $30 in free food and free shipping. Blueapron.com/PTG. And also, let me just knock this bad boy out as well. How about MeUndies? It's always a good dick day in MeUndies. They make the feel-good underwear that your butt is going to be proud to wear. It's the most comfortable pair of underwear that you will ever own. To check it out, go to MeUndies.com/podcast with tons of styles and patterns for both the men and the ladies. MeUndies is going to have the perfect fit for any person out there. At MeUndies, the feeling is unmatched because they use a product that's 3 times softer than cotton. And if underwear isn't your thing, MeUndies also makes the softest goddamn socks in the whole motherfucking world. For 20% off your first order and for free shipping, all you got to do is go to MeUndies.com/podcast. That's MeUndies.com/podcast. One more time, MeUndies.com/podcast. And why don't we just knock out all the ads? If you're shopping on Amazon,
Rogan style.
if you're shopping, yeah, right. Except we're doing it in the middle instead of front loading it where you can skip it. We still need that. We still need those bucks. The Amazon banner. If you're gonna do your shopping on Amazon, don't go directly to Amazon.com. Go to PassiveGradePod.com and use our homepage link. It's got the Amazon little banner right there. Click it. It'll take you right to Amazon. Then buy your shit. They just want to know we created a little bit of traffic from our site to theirs. We don't pocket any of that money. We use it to pay for web server and hosting fees and pay Bobby Jokes to drive around.
Lap
his Rolls
dances for
Royce.
Bobby Jokes.
Mostly lap dances for Bobby Jokes. But we've got a new compound coming up, so we're spending a lot of money into that for the cult. Most of your money, if you spend it on the Amazon banner, PassiveGradePod.com, is going to go to the cult. They just want to know we created a little bit of
Get some
traffic from our
t-shirts too,
site
guys.
to this. Yeah, maybe do that. I'm just saying. So use the Amazon banner at PassTheGravyPod.com. Now we can talk Big Brother quickly.
Yeah. Let's run through this shit.
So let's recap.
I feel like not a
Last
lot
week.
still happened.
Well, because they still have a shit ton of people in the house,
Yeah.
and they're trying to just. I get it. They're trying to make it like the
Like,
most out of the 2-3 weeks that they're in.
A lot happened, but like, I feel like it wasn't as much like content.
It really wasn't. Like this is just. It's a nice like. I like Celebrity Big Brother, and I think it's a good warm up for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna really like the one where you don't know the people because like it's way more dramatic when like they actually care if they get sent home.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the celebs now are just like, oh, I'm gonna go home for my breast milk, or oh, this and this and this. I'm ready to go home. So Shannon was evicted Friday. Omarosa was the next
Good.
HOH. Nominated
Fuck
Ross
Shannon.
and Brandy for eviction. Ross won the VIP veto, so he had the ability to take off 2 people from the block and just took himself off. Omarosa then put Meta up in his place, and Meta was sent home, but she said Meta wanted to go home. I mean, yeah, he had kind of been bitching about that this whole time.
I think, like I said, I think there's some behind the scenes like that they didn't show that he went home because like everybody was like, all right, yeah, let's just send him home. It's time to go. Dude wants to leave. Which like, dude, stick it out 6 more days, man.
That's what I didn't understand. It's like it's not because regular Big Brother. It's like, oh, I understand it's another 45 days, but you signed up for this game show, so you got to kind of play the game. And
I wonder what the penalty is for just straight up leaving the show without being.
You don't get your stipend. So like during the
Is
year,
that it?
During the summer, like if you or I were on it, we get like $1,000 a week that we're on the show, basically. Unless you win, and then you get the $500,000.
More than that.
No, it is $1,000 a week per. But like think about that. Like you're doing nothing and you're getting paid $1,000. You're on a show.
Yeah, but you're also probably fired from your fucking job that you
Well,
had.
most people have to, but like you chose to do it, so like
Yeah.
you're actually getting paid,
and you're hoping you become a fucking celebrity afterwards.
That's what a lot of them do. But so Mark McGrath was the new HOH.
Mark.
James and he were competing in the same thing, and James actually finished first in the competition, but let Mark win because James, if you win HOH, you can't be HOH again the next week. And I think James is playing for next week, so he and Mark are working together. And Mark has nominated Brandy and Ariadna for eviction.
Whoa, Ari, I love Ari.
I like Ari too. I think that.
By the way, I think you're also ahead of the show, so we probably should have said spoiler alert before.
Well, you're listening. There's another episode airing after we're doing this anyway.
Oh, that's right, tonight. So
Wednesday when we're recording.
Oh, so they'll probably watch it before they hear us.
Right.
Anyway.
So Mark nominated Brandy and Ariadna. I think Brandy's gonna be the one going home, barring her winning the veto.
Good. Fuck that cunt.
But I honestly think you're smarter if you're Mark if you get rid of Ari, because Ari is the only person that's been the head of house that's gotten out her target this season.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else is it's gone to shit, and I think she's got a strong case. Her, Marissa, and Ross would probably be the 3 strongest cases for the final 3. I also think if Omarosa makes it to the final, she's very deserving by the way that she's played. I don't like her, but the way she's played the game, she's gotten in there. She's been her and still gotten people to do the dirty work that she didn't have to do herself while finding a way to fucking remain in this house. So like she's got a good case to get there, the final 4. I really see one of those 4 as the winners.
I mean, I would say what I think the
so 4 out of 7
for
people
the final 4. I would honestly go with Mark, James.
I think Mark will go.
Marissa and fucking Ari.
I think Mark.
Oh, not Ari. Who the fuck am I thinking? I don't know. I just went brain dead.
Mark can go to the final 3 and be a final 2 person because you want somebody that you know you're going to beat in the final 2 next to you if you get to pick, and he'll be that guy that gets second.
But everybody liked him, so since they're all voting on him, nobody really had a problem with Mark.
And he floated.
And there's a good chance the other one of the final 2 is gonna have pissed off half the cows.
Especially if it's James.
See, and you know what? That's a weird thing too. I
James
fucking hated James at the beginning. I really like James now.
I still don't like him
because he's corny as shit, but also he fucking hates the same people that I hate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's my dude. Like, I'm happy Shannon's gone. I was so tired of her whiny, bitchy fucking ass.
I miss her.
I mean, she's hot, so like, cool, but like. Her crying every I don't understand why everyone thinks I'm such a threat. Well, because you
talked about the game the whole first 2 weeks.
I don't remember who said it, but said it perfectly. You spelled a 16-letter word. That's why you're a fucking threat.
Responsibilities.
And you know the fucking game. You're playing the game. Everyone knows, like, you're fucking gaming the shit out of everyone.
If I was on Big Brother ever, like, the whole thing I would do is just pretend I never saw the show, because those are the people that are able to, like, embed yourself into, like, the group. Because, like, if you know it, they're like, you're a super fan, we want you out.
But and that's also the problem though too. Being there for 3 months, at some point you're gonna slip. Make remember when season 3 they're like, oh,
you just got to be good. You got to be good, yeah. And so I don't know. Right now, I think my favorite to win is probably I think Ari. I think Ari could skate to the end if she doesn't get sent home this week.
I'm gonna go with either.
I picked Mark preseason to win.
I don't
think he'll do
I'm
it.
gonna say either Mark or Marissa. Probably leaning Marissa. I think Ross will end up getting knocked out just because he is so good.
And same with Marissa. I think Marissa could get knocked out, but I think Ross and Marissa get one of those two get into the final. That's a dangerous person to go against if you're sitting next to them. I think Omarosa might make it to the final too, just because like people are gonna think they can beat her. I don't know if they will.
I'm shocked she's not up right now. Like after they decided to fucking go against her in the last one.
She's a good player in this game, dude.
Exactly, that's the problem. They both, Mark and fucking James both said last week, fuck that alliance, or not even really alliance, but fuck keeping our word to Omarosa. We don't want to do that. And then they have the chance to put Omarosa on the block where everyone would have fucking voted her out. And she's a great player, and they just didn't do it. Like I don't fucking get Mark there. Like I kind of can't wait to see it tonight now.
Yeah,
to understand how
he's got the itch.
How he got to Brandy. Because, like, at this point, why are you even putting Brandy up? Because you're tired of looking at her every day?
Brandy's not going to beat anybody.
Nobody's going to fucking vote for her at the end of the show. Everybody hates her. They don't want to say it, but everyone fucking...
Honestly, Brandy's kind of funny.
Her alliance doesn't trust her. She's a fucking cunt, so everybody just hated her on the side. Anyway.
Sometimes on Big Brother, though, you're worried about that rogue person because they'll just float to whatever side, and, like, at the end of the game, that's a number. That's a number. But Mark is like loyal and Mark's quiet and he won't do shit. But like Brandy could just be like, so-and-so was saying this about so-and-so. And like she could spill all the beans to everybody. And that's what they're nervous about. So that's why I think Brandy's going home. And I think we got a double eviction today.
Oh, is this a double eviction?
We might have a double eviction.
Wait.
We have either a double eviction today or Friday.
I want to say it's Friday because
I think Sunday's the finale.
Double eviction wouldn't make sense if there's only 2 people up.
Well, no, because a double eviction means basically you start the show and then they do the eviction right then and there. So then like, all right, Brandy, you're gone, and then they immediately do the head of house. It's a quick head of house like trivia thing,
okay.
And then boom, you have a commercial break to decide who you're gonna nominate.
Dope.
You nominate them, then you play the veto over after a commercial. Then
fucking killing me too is not being able to skip through goddamn commercial breaks on the app.
Oh yeah, because you don't have the.
God, it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, so like.
Wait. If I had paid for the CBS thing, could I have skipped? I don't think so.
You only have to watch like the one.
Well, I'm watching it. I'm not watching it through CBS app. I'm watching it through my Xfinity app.
You have to watch like full commercial breaks though, huh?
I have to watch the entire thing.
So like with the CBS app, you have to watch like 2 commercials, which isn't bad.
I might fucking download the CBS.
It's $5.
app just to
It's
see.
$5, dude, and you get a free trial, so you're good.
Ooh.
You'll buy it for the season though. It's worth it.
I thought about it like 2 weeks ago, and I meant to, and then I would like that was like
Get
when
the
I
free
first
month
had to. I didn't
when the
realize it
season
was a
starts next
2-hour
time.
Friday show. So like I was catching up so much, I didn't want to buy it while I was always behind.
I feel you.
And I almost bought it. Like, there's a good chance, even though there's 5 days left, there's a good chance if I get drunk this weekend, I'll fucking buy it.
And you can go watch old seasons too.
And I'll watch like 2 minutes of it before the final episode. I'll fucking buy it for that.
But then you'll hang on to it, and then the summer, it's dope. It's dope.
I'll buy it.
The summer one is the one you really want the feeds for. All right, so that is our Celebrity Big Brother update. Now let's get into Not Cool. How about that, huh? Let's go with this.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, let me lead off. Bobby Jokes, is yours the country?
No.
Did you put North Korea as your not
you've
cool?
got shit on your prep page that I don't have on mine. Oh no, that was also me.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, fuck it.
Well, then go,
I'll
Pat.
lead off. Not cool. North Korea.
It's just funny. It's a Google document and it's open. It just says North Korea.
Well, I mean, they're
they're
always
kinda
not
dicks.
cool, but specifically this week because of the
I know
North
what you
Korean
mean.
speed skater. There was only 32 speed skaters in the field for the Olympics, but they added North Korea in
Because
there
they
for the
didn't want
33.
they didn't want him to get
Just as
nuked.
a goodwill gesture is what they called it.
Please don't bomb us. Kim
But
Jong.
also, so he's in his skate. I guess yesterday now or 2 days
yeah,
ago,
it was
something like that.
last night.
And he falls and then tried to trip the Japanese.
Swings
skater.
the arm around like almost grabs the dude's skate, and he trips him up a little bit, but the guy catches his balance. It was fucking blatant.
Like Jesus Christ, North Korea. Like,
what are you doing?
Now was he? But here's my only question. Like, okay, well, before I get there, what the fuck, dude? Like, come on. Like, we put you in there, goodwill gesture. You're not even supposed to be there, and you're gonna be a dick like that. But also, was he told if you fall, take out Japan?
We'll kill your family.
Or we'll kill your family?
Which is possible, because then I feel sympathy.
Which, by the way, they might already be dead just because he fell. And he just goes, fuck it, I fell.
Dude, those athletes, like, they're, like, whisked away. Like, they have people following them around.
Because they're not allowed to get hints of other cultures.
Well, they can go out with a handler. And, like, the handler takes them to their event, takes them back from their event, and they're in their hotel room. Like, that's it. And then they have, like, those people, like the 200 people that went over there that always wear the same shit that we talked about last week.
Cheerleaders, slaves.
Like, they're basically the same thing. Like, you go to your hotel room, you shut the fuck up, and you don't say anything.
Yeah, and they're not allowed to say anything when they get back.
They can't watch TV. Can't do anything.
No, they can watch TV, but they can watch the one
channel. Yeah. So that
a great leader did not poop again today.
And we won every sport we competed in.
Yeah,
as well.
We won the World Cup
even though
since
we didn't.
1962 every year.
Okay, so North Korea is not cool. Do you want to knock out your other one then?
Yeah. People that go to a restaurant late at night, and you're the last fucking people there.
So
and
like,
you still fucking sit there for an hour.
So you go as they see you like cleaning up.
Well, not even then.
And
Like
then
maybe
they hang out.
maybe the restaurant closes at 9:30, and you had your dinner reservation for 8. But say, not many people trickled in later, what be it, and you're still sitting there at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, and the last table left at fucking 8:45, and you're the only table in there for an hour and 15, hour 30 fucking minutes. Dude, it's true. Like I've sat in the restaurant.
You don't
before.
have any food anymore at that point. You're not.
No, like
drinking,
there's nothing else we can do. Like, frankly, I'll fucking ignore them, and I'll let the servers go home. I fucking ignore them.
Yeah, no,
until
like,
they go home. But like, I've straight up had people sit there, be done with their meal at 9:30, and sit there till 11:30 at night. And I don't ask that anyone to leave, but I just sit there. I gotta sit there for 2 fucking hours because you don't know how to not be an asshole and go to the bar down the street.
Yeah,
go to somewhere that's still fucking open. Don't sit and make people not be able to go home to their families, you dick.
Like, I've walked in before to restaurants and I've seen them like, oh, you guys are putting tables up. You're putting the chairs up on top of the table. I was like, are y'all like, okay, dude, no, don't worry about it. They're like, no, you can, no, I don't like being that guy. I understand. Because I used to, when I delivered pizzas in high school, like, that was the worst. When it's like, all right, we close at 10, at like 9:50 all the goddamn time. It was like, oh, hi, can I, like, all right, well, we cleaned the oven. Now we got to fucking turn everything back on, make all this shit. And like, yeah, fuck us for trying to like pack up too early. Yeah. But like, God damn it, dude! Like they don't. And I get most people don't pay attention to when a restaurant closes when they call in for a delivery thing. But it was like, fuck, dude, it's 10 minutes till, but it still sucked. And it's got to be awful when you have to sit there and just watch it.
Yeah. Well, I'll just sit there on my phone. But like, it's like, fuck, if you're the last people in the restaurant.
Yeah, that's a not cool. It's a really good not cool.
Figure it out and get the fuck out. Like, God, I hate people.
All right, I got a not cool, and it's sort of food related. I mean, it is food related. So we've got the what are they? Cult classic HEB brand chips. The
Branch
nacho
Doritos,
cheese
Gravitos.
Branch Gravitos. But we've got
we might actually have to change that now that Doritos isn't part of
the cult classic. Just cult classics.
There we go.
So it's the nacho cheese and ranch Dorito style knockoffs that HEB does. Shout out HEB. And so it's got the 2 combos in there. Now I made my own prototype bag and I was scarfing some down, and Emma, who I love, comes in and just starts just picking out all the fucking nacho cheeses, and I was like, whoa, what are you doing?
Dick move.
What are you doing? And she comes out with like 3 nacho cheeses in her hand, and then it got to the point to where like then she came back, like she went back into the kitchen, and I was sitting down watching TV, and she comes back. And I see just red chips in her hand. I was like, whoa, let me see those chips. Let me see those chips. And she like turned around so I couldn't see them. I was like, no, you can't do that. She's like, well, I like these. It doesn't matter. Like, no, the whole purpose of the bag is that it's a mixed bag. If you take all of the nacho cheese, it's just Cool Ranch. And it's just like, you're ruining the bag. Buy a fucking nacho cheese bag.
I bet you she's not a 76ers fan. She does not trust the process.
Clearly, that was a lot of work to get to that. But I
I
liked
went
it.
far
I liked
away
it.
for it.
I liked it.
I feel like she should have to answer for this.
Emma! Come here.
It's a dick move, Emma.
Is she coming in here? No?
I don't know.
She's not. Yeah? Are you on the phone? No.
How dare you?
Like, so just like, what do you have to say for yourself?
How dare you?
What do you have to say for yourself? Just like,
Nacho cheese is the greater Dorito.
do you not feel like you're fucking up the whole ecosystem though?
Of the bag, yes.
100%.
Your man's trying to build something.
I'm
here,
trying
and
to
you're just
build
shitting
this. Nobel
Well,
Peace shit
I'm
over here,
also
Emma.
throwing you problems for you to solve later when some other person who's not wife number one does this.
See, she gets it. She gets it.
Okay.
She's wife number one. But I was like, you know how you get demoted from wife number one? From just eating only nacho cheese Doritos?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Whoa. Whoa. All right. I'm just giving you some shit. But so Emma eating just nacho cheese out of the combo bag is my not cool.
That's super not cool.
Yeah, really not cool. All right, Bobby Jokes, what you got?
You know what? I don't really have one this week, so I'll just go with the old classic colorblindness.
Yeah, that's a good one. Bobby Jokes always has that as an out.
I honestly thought he was going to pull the Chris and go juice. When he said the old classic.
Oh, the old Jews, you know? All right, let's get to our answers segment. Now, remember, gang, as I was a child growing up, everybody always told me there's no such thing as a stupid question. I would ask a question, and they would make fun of me for asking a stupid question.
You're stupid people.
I had a complex about that, and I was just like, whoa, you said there's no such thing as a stupid question. And so I vowed that one day when I have a voice, I will answer all of those questions without making fun of you. And if you've got a question, no matter how stupid people may say it is, all I want you to do is send it to us, answers@passthegradepod.com if you want to email it, or you can tweet it to us at passthegradepod on the Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at notpatdionne, DIONNE, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Hashtag answers if you're tweeting it maybe. But there's no such thing, really, as a stupid question. And here we go. We're going to answer all of those, but let's play this intro first from the Lady Let's. There we go.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
All right, let's lead off with our boy Sean Kometz.
Shawnee.
He says, did Buddha have a weight problem, or was he just happy?
I mean, yeah, he was a fat fuck.
I think a little bit of it goes together, you know, like
You're happy. You don't give a shit anymore.
He was so happy
eat.
the way he was. He was like, I don't need to work out. And like, yeah, it turned into a weight problem. Like initially, I think Buddha was just a happy motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was in, was it Nirvana?
Nirvana.
That you want to find if you worship?
He was a big fan of Dave Grohl.
Okay.
But yeah, he was a fat fuck because he didn't care.
Chris Novoselic was my favorite, but
he's happy because he doesn't give a shit. And if you don't give a shit, then you don't want. Why would you spend your time going to the gym when you can eat some
really
fucking
a good point.
Some combo Doritos? And
I mean, and Buddha
drink
didn't
some
even
beers.
Buddha didn't even know about the combo
That's what I'm saying.
chips, dude.
Dude, he was a fat fuck back when people weren't fat fucks.
He made it cool.
Was
You could say-
Gandhi happy, or did he just have a weight problem?
Gandhi had a he didn't eat enough problem, right?
Yeah, Gandhi's.
Did
fine.
anybody in India eat enough back then?
That's true. He was vegan, so that like you're
though?
not
He was a
helping
vegan.
yourself,
Fuck
right?
Gandhi.
Yeah, isn't their whole group vegans? Don't they like worship cows and stuff?
They just don't eat cows. They can still eat fucking pigs and
If
shit.
you don't eat cow, you're pretty much vegan.
No, because you
Think
can
about
still
it.
eat bacon.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he. I think like no, I don't think he ate bacon.
Well, he probably didn't. He was 19 pounds.
Yeah. So like, was Buddha just or was Gandhi just malnourished? Maybe.
I want to say Buddha definitely he did have a weight problem. He was a fat fuck.
Is it so? So the answer to Sean's question would be
they're
both. Maybe.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I would say both.
I can't. Yeah.
He seemed
You
like a
can
pretty
be both.
happy dude.
He was happy as fuck, but he was happy
Fuck.
the way. And
Every
you know
time
what?
you walk into a goddamn Chinese buffet, the statue is smiling
Or
He's a
waving.
pretty happy
Sometimes
guy.
waving. Maybe with a cat. The cat
that's
might be waving.
It's the cat that waves.
Have you ever seen the Buddha that waves?
Buddha
I have.
just chills like yeah.
I've seen a waving Buddha.
That's disrespectful.
Is it? You know that. But yeah, like I think, and you know what? Good on him, especially in this day and age of just body positivity, where it's like, hey, That's not a big girl. That's a girl that's proud of her body. Buddha was just like, you know what, bro? I ain't gonna hit the gym. I don't fuck treadmills. I don't even know what treadmills are. Fuck those though. Fuck walking. I'm just hanging out here, man. I'm just happy the way it is. I love life. I love me. I'm happy in my own skin, and that's what I love about Buddha. I'm a huge fan of Buddha.
Buddha was a solid dude.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Buddha.
We need to get a little Buddha for the compound, and we'll just rub his belly when we need some luck.
That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. And make
that'll be like our ritual before we eat out of the chip bowl with the mixed bag. We'll just have to rub his belly. Oh, nacho cheese and Cool Ranch, and then you go and you eat, and you're good.
Yeah. I like that.
This is a great idea. So yeah, I think he was both.
He was a fat fuck, and he was a happy fat fuck.
But there's nothing wrong with that. You're happy. Happiness is the best thing you can achieve, right?
Decently happy fat fuck. So there you go.
There you go. Our next question is from Eric Dempsey. I don't believe he's written into us before, but if you have, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Eric says, would the movie The Man in the Iron Mask be done differently if instead of an iron mask, it was the mask from Jim Carrey's The Mask?
I think that movie would be quite different.
Let me just read it again. Would the movie The Man in the Iron Mask, I believe with Leonardo DiCaprio, be done differently if instead of an iron mask, it was done with the mask from Jim Carrey's The Mask? So that's the mask, the green mask, right?
Yeah.
Turn him smoking. And then Max was his dog, and Max put it on at the end. He had the crazy tail, the crazy tongue.
Yeah. Max
it would be.
A woman's best friend.
I would say it'd be a significantly different movie.
It's very different.
Like you would have Tommy guns.
No, because
Tommy gun.
Because I'm trying to remember the whole plot of Man in the Iron Mask. Wasn't he like a French king or something? But like his twin brother like changed it or something. So he was a prisoner under the. I don't really remember. We probably should have Wikipedia'd
Was he a gimp?
The plot on this. He was not a gimp.
You should have read the book, not Wikipedia.
But yeah, instead of him just being a broody guy under a fucking prison in a mask, he would have broken out and started a Congo line with all the people.
Was The Mask the movie that kind of gave Jim Carrey his break? It was one of his first big ones, right?
It was one of the first.
It was either him or Cameron Diaz that got their start.
Well, it was really Cameron.
It was Cameron Diaz because she was the love interest in it.
Jim already had name recognition, and Cameron Diaz was just the fucking young hot.
The smoke show, yeah.
God, she was a smoke show in the movie. I watched it like 2 months ago.
It's a really good movie,
and not only is it a great movie, you watch that movie and you go.
When he's like trying to beg, he's trying to beg for money, and the bank, he's trying to get him to give him a loan, and like they're just not doing it, and then smoking.
Just robs the bank.
The dog tongue sticking out. Yeah, it's pretty great. I would say it was a significantly different movie. With Jim Carrey's mask in it.
Yeah.
So that was a really good question, actually.
There would have been a lot more smoking.
Yeah, mostly that's the part we remember, and then Cameron Diaz in it would have helped for sure.
Oh, fucking hell.
Like, hopefully you throw a dog in The Man in the Iron Mask. I can't. Like, if you throw a dog in any movie, is it worse? Unless the dog dies. If the dog dies, then it's a worse movie. There's a website, I believe it's called Does the Dog Die? Just Google it.
Why would you Google that?
No, it's the website, and this is what I'm telling you. It's a little life hack for you. I'm life hacks left and right here on Passive Grave this week. But it's Does the Dog Die? I don't know if it's .com or whatever. Just Google it, and it'll show you any movie that had a dog in it, and you click it. If the dog dies, it'll tell you yes or no. And then with me, I'm just like, and guess who's not watching Marley and Me? I mean, I've seen Marley and Me, and it was. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
I've never seen it because I don't want to be very sad.
But see, I go look at. Did the dog die? Nope. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. And then I proceed. If so, I don't watch that movie. I'm sorry. All right. So our next question is from Greg Baker. Welcome back to the podcast, Greg. He says, "Why can you write on erasers with pencils?" This is something that I've wondered myself for years. In school, you used to be like, well, like, fucking, aren't you erasing things? Like, this is lead. This is soft-ass fucking lead, and I'm marking you up. How are you supposed to erase shit? Do your job, eraser.
I don't know, but I used to always write on them. But also, breaking news on Pass the Gravy right now.
What's that?
You guys will all know about this, but Kawhi Leonard's not going to play this year, probably. I had to throw probably out there.
Fuck the Spurs.
Yeah, fuck the Spurs.
Fuck
all right,
the
just
Spurs.
had to throw that in there.
This is a Rockets Spurs podcast. Fuck the Spurs.
So why can you write them? I don't fucking know because science is bullshit, I guess. I don't know what science goes into being able to...
Because remember, like, I don't know if you did this, but you got, like, for some fucking reason, you had the, like, big fat eraser
pink
that,
one,
like,
yeah.
was just an eraser. Like, you didn't attach the pencil. It
Yeah,
wasn't
it
that
was just
thing.
the big fat.
But everybody wrote on it.
Hell yeah.
Everybody wrote on it. And the big thing probably was the S. That funny looking diamond S, where you like the 3 lines, and you turn it into a fancy looking, weird shaped S. That was drawn all over it. You tried to color the whole thing, but it's just like fucking. Why are we able to write on pencils? Erasers?
You know what I never thought to
dumb.
try though? Tearing that fucking eraser in half and trying to erase shit off of the eraser. I wonder if that works.
I mean, it is an eraser.
Yeah, if we got
gotta do something.
If we got any listeners that are in high school out there right now, let us know. Rip that eraser.
I don't think we do.
We might. You never know. Rip that shit in half.
But we're
write on
not
it,
mutually. Like we're not saying
tell us
you're
if it
not
works.
welcome.
Or if we have any teachers out there that have access to the shit,
Which we do.
Tyler.
We do. Tyler, who's coming up, by the way.
Fucking
FYI.
try this shit out, or steal one of your students' erasers and let us know if you can erase off of an eraser.
If you know the answer, let us know.
Yeah,
because it's like this is a tale as old as time. I have no clue. This is interesting. Will Cruz writes in and says, "Shouldn't a girl having a front wedgie be called a veggie instead of a camel toe?"
Fuck yes.
I will accept veggie. I'll tell you that. But like, I feel like camel toe is just like, when you say camel toe, you know fucking exactly what a camel toe is.
Yeah.
It's such a funny word.
Or
Like
a moose knuckle.
Is a moose knuckle a chick, or is that it's a dude, right? A dude version of a camel toe is a moose knuckle, right? But no, a moose knuckle would be a chick. It would be.
I always just assumed it was a fat chick.
That's right.
I know we should Google this though. I've never looked into it. I just always assumed it was a fat chick.
Moose knuckle.
But I do like veggie there. But camel toe is just—it's a classic.
Camel toe. There's a song.
Here's what I'll say. I think it probably should be called a veggie, or no, you know what? Maybe a vaggie.
In Yiddish, this means that a man has his pants hiked up too far and has split the difference in his beanbag, leaving one nut on either side of the crotch.
Here's my problem with that though. Where's the dick?
Yeah, baby dick.
Are you?
You got baby dick.
Are
so
you
nobody
tucking
can
your
see
dick
it.
between your nuts as you fucking?
You're a tucker. That's what it is.
So I guess you're right. The moose knuckle is the. I just always.
Well, that's
assumed
just.
it was a fat chick.
I just think of that part at the end of
Because a
Superbad.
moose is basically just a fat camel.
Part of. I mean, it's a very good point. But like, I can totally see moose knuckle is basically fucking same thing. Yeah, I could see it being either way. But like, I always thought moose knuckle was for a dude and camel toe was for a chick. Apparently, I was right. But like, I just think of that scene in Superbad at the end where he's like, I just feel like these pants, are they a little tight? He's like, yeah, I can kind of see all your busy. I just feel like it's like a division sign it's making with my dick and balls. It's like ball, dick, ball. Ball, dick. Like this ball is above my dick and this one is below it. It's just ball dick. It's like a division sign.
They were pioneer. They were hating on skinny jeans before they were even a very stupid thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't wear like not skinny. I wear like slim fit jeans, which are like right before skinny. But it's just like they're not like that like stretchy material, you know?
I wear baggy jeans that stretch, man. I'm all about comfort. I don't want at any point in the day my boys have to be pressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all about comfort, but luckily,
even with all this room, from time to time they get fucking bunched.
Well, see, Pat, luckily for me, I'm always wearing MeUndies, and MeUndies, it's always a good dick and ball day in MeUndies. So I'm just saying that's perfect. MeUndies,
touche.
Use that.
Touche.
MeUndies.com/podcast. All right. So Will Cruz, I do like veggie though, man. Like
I would say I do think it should be veggie.
But like vaginal wedgie.
Exactly, veggie.
I just think camel toe is such like an iconic name. It's tough. It's tough to get through. But
be,
yes, it is a good name.
Should be
also a good name.
But camel toe
logically
came around
it
and
makes sense.
It's great.
All right. Brandon Whitehead Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on the Twitter. Excuse me, at Brando Whitehead says, which video game do you prefer, NCAA football or Madden? I'm an NCAA guy myself. I'm a Madden guy. Are you a college football or an NFL guy?
See, that's I probably have to lean NFL
because I'm an NFL guy.
But
and a Madden
when it came
guy.
to video games, I'm the guy that would go in there and look up my entire team's roster. And even, you know how sometimes on NCAA, the numbers didn't quite match up.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, well, he's a freshman. they don't have the city rep, but that's from the state. And I would input my entire team's fucking roster
Yeah, I used
for
to
the
do
year.
that.
I would spend a good 2.5 hours doing research on this and putting it in and changing their hometowns to the correct thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was obsessive. I fucking love NCAA football, man. That was my shit.
The only thing I hated about NCAA is you'd get the guy that it was like when Madden had Michael Vick that one year.
Oh, it's impossible.
Where you're just like, okay, you can play with anybody but the Patriots and the Falcons because the Patriots are a 95 or whatever, and then the Falcons have Michael Vick that's impossible to stop.
Yeah.
And then there was also like the year that they had the highlight stick where LaDainian Tomlinson was like right after his like record year. It was just like, oh, you just do the trick stick and like he jukes out of every tackle ever. Okay, this is easy. And just like those are like the only 3 years or 2 years really. You couldn't put the Chargers and then you couldn't put the Falcons for a good 2-year period.
Yeah.
Whereas just like Michael Vick was unreal.
All you could do against Michael was a double corner blitz.
But
so when they scrambled
every
down,
year on NCAA, you could master the option and just fuck up everybody you played. And I hated that about NCAA. Now it's like
they really
real
fixed
recognize
it.
real
They
that
really
you can
fixed
do
it
that.
later years.
I don't know. I still would play people who are just like, my God, how are you so good at the fucking option?
Now, see,
The year with Vince Young on
Vince
NCAA
Young,
was
I
impossible.
was about to say, because I used to run the drills where you run the option, and I would take Vince and run the opposite way of the option. And right about when I got to the tackle, I would hit pitch. And it would backwards pitch it 15 yards in the other direction. Everyone's flowing to me, and now I've got a fucking shot down. Or the deadliest thing about Vince Young is they had not yet fixed this in the game. If you're using right trigger to sprint, and you're going down the sideline, and you're running with Vince because he's the fucking GOAT in the game, and you release it, you could just fucking change directions. Like really quick, because like if you're running and sprinting and you change directions,
it's not
you have
as
to
easy.
loop. The game didn't fucking understand that if you let go of the trigger and just change it, you're going full speed and then you fucking just make a quick turn, and you could do that with Vince Young and just make everybody fuck up and miss. And it was so infuriating. To do with people.
NCAA is more of an arcade format, I feel like. Madden is like, because Madden, I've broken controllers over Madden where you're just like, fucking this is too realistic. Make it easier.
I think it's just because you suck.
No, I'm pretty good at Madden.
Really?
Pretty
I feel
good
like
at Madden.
I haven't played in 3 years, and I feel like I could kick your ass right now.
I don't know, man. But yeah, I'm a Madden guy.
I'm NC-Dub. I love everything about it.
I get the appeal of
getting to recruit
NC-Dub.
and make your team fucking great.
Yeah.
Like that was the last year. Thank God they had Texas State in there, because I could build Texas State up to a fucking dynasty.
I think somebody was. I think Brandon might have been the one that sent us that they're talking about revamping it, and that'd be tight.
There's always talk about it, and it's just.
But if you buy the most recent one that was made, like you can always get the
2014.
updates.
NCAA 2014.
And people still update it, right?
My disc is kind of scratched though, so.
Ooh, you just Amazon that bitch.
Yeah, I just need to buy a new one.
eBay.
I'm fucking lazy.
So like, you want to know another life hack if we're on it? Like this used to happen to me where you'd get mad at a game, or like your game would get scratched from somebody not putting, like my roommate wouldn't put it back in the case, and it would get scratched. So then you go to Walmart, and you're like, hey bro, I got this as like a birthday present. It's fucked up. The disc won't play. Can I just return it and exchange it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And I just grab a brand new game. Here's the scratch disc. I'm gonna leave. Bye.
That's about like I took care of my shit.
I tried to, but like there were like it was just nice. Like if it fucked up, you could get that as like you're out.
Well, yeah, I mean Walmart's cool, but you can fucking return anything to Walmart as long as you have the receipt.
If it's $20, less than $20, you can return it if it was in the store.
Yeah, but like
we used to do that and get gas.
By the time my shit would be fucked up, that game's not in the display case anymore. So like, I feel like it's a little late now.
If it's still an active game, it's still in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Our final question is from your boy Tyler Thomason.
Little piece of shit.
At Tyler Thomason 27 on the Twitter, and he says, Lent season, a necessary torture. I gave up all sports talk, viewing, and pretty much anything sports related. Also, hi Pat.
Hey, bitch.
Ooh.
Now, I've been.
Is it a necessary torture? Do you practice Lent?
I do not, because I am not a practicing Catholic. I was raised Catholic, but like, it's not really my thing anymore. I get it, and actually, I have a massive amount of respect for him for doing this, because like even when I did do Lent, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna give up Cheerios or Cheetos.
I'm gonna give up skateboarding.
I'm
You
gonna
don't skate, Pat.
I'm gonna give up Cheetos, and like, I would really only get Cheetos every so often when I felt like it. So
Yeah.
like, I'd give up shit that like didn't.
You're
really
not giving
matter to
up
me.
Branch Gravitas.
This dude is a diehard Houston sports fan. And, like, we're in the group chat trying to bait him every day, and, like, he can't watch the Rockets, and it's fucking killing him. I think he's a terrible fucking fan. How dare you choose your own personal Lord and Savior over the Rockets? Fuck yourself.
And also, like, what's it saying about the cult? What's his stance on the cult? Apparently, he doesn't want to be in the cult.
No, I told him earlier today, I go, if you join the cult, you don't have to abide by Lent anymore, and he's not about it.
Says a lot.
Yeah, he's a piece of
Says
shit.
a lot.
But, if you're a Catholic, yes. If you're not, let's all fucking party. They ain't got to deal with that shit.
It's not a necessary torture because you don't really have to do it.
If you're a Catholic, you're supposed to.
But you don't have to.
Well, yeah, you don't fucking...
I like to think
you don't have to abide by rape laws, but yeah, you fucking probably should.
But it's not like actual law. You know, like rape's like...
Well, it's Catholic, dude, Catholic's pretty fucking serious on that shit, man.
What about those priests?
Oh, well, they're pieces of shit.
Okay, well, so like...
That's the thing.
Don't tell me what to do, priest.
This is your God. This is... So, like, yeah, Catholic, yeah, necessary torture. You, Tyler, I just think you're a fucking idiot because you could have chose something else.
Huh.
And now you can't watch the fucking Rockets.
All I'm thinking is, like, what did the Branch Dravidians have over Catholicism? Like, we don't make you give up anything ever.
Yeah.
We
do what feels
you could actually
fucking
marry
right.
multiple women if you want.
If you want, I don't know why the fuck you would want to.
We don't
suppress women's rights.
We don't touch young boys.
No.
You know, we don't lure them in and then touch them. We don't do that at all. Like, I would, like, what is the downside of the Branch Dravidians? That's all I'm thinking.
I haven't found one yet.
Not one. We got delicious chips that you can eat regularly.
Yeah.
That you don't have to give up because we don't have that.
We don't make you pay a shit ton of money to buy our books from our mega church while we live in fucking $8 million houses.
We have no books.
While you have no goddamn money, but I still ask you for money.
Do we need to write a book?
Fuck you, Joel Osteen.
Should we make like some sort of like...
No, we don't need a book.
We're not about that.
We're giving out.
We're about the word of mouth, right? Yeah,
word of mouth.
You're listening to these are our sermons you're listening to every week.
Can we get Ludacris in the cult?
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably not.
Let's hit him up on Twitter. Everybody at Ludacris. And dude, bro, you want to be a Branch Dravidian? Let me know that. And
we've got chips.
There we go. So yeah, it's not a necessary torture. Just join the Branch Dravidians. You're good, bro.
Yeah, you gave up the Rockets for no reason, you stupid piece of shit.
Yeah, and you gave up on like All-Star Week too. So like you got the whole first half of this week.
All-Star Week.
Well, no, I'm just saying they haven't played since he gave it up.
Well, it's not his fault when Lent falls.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you haven't really missed too much Rockets yet.
Yeah.
Like I said, answers at PassingRatePod.com if you want to email us the questions. At PassingRatePod on Twitter. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at not Pat Dion, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. That's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's only been 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
Only 2 hours. No, not quite. Only 2 hours. But
that's right. We started half an hour later.
There we go. That was it. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Please give us a 5-star review on the iTunes. Just fucking roast us. Say something good about the cult. Like, we like the written out reviews as well. If you give us just the 5 stars, I'm cool with that too. Buy those members only shirts. PassTheGravyMerch.com. And I'm really looking forward to PTGMD, the premiere of that next week. So email us all of your symptoms.
Can't wait to see what you fuckers have.
Yeah, email them at answers@PassTheGravyPod.com or at PassTheGravyPod on Twitter. And anything else. That's it. That's it from everybody here, huh? All right. Pass the gravy, bitches!
What you gonna do?